Right. Okay. Good evening, all. Again, good evening, all. So, guys, I will upload this recording to the group, right, and also the YouTube, right. And under that link, I will put the link to download the fraction tune so that you can get a download and you can refer it later. Right. So I think it would be helpful for you, right? And if you want, you can share the Zoom link with your friends as well. So ask them to come to the seminar. So this might uh, get sometimes right long 2-3 hour session, right? Sometimes it might be more than 3 hours, right? And also most of the times, right, you will get the break at 8 p.m. until 8:15 so that you can have dinner, then again you can join. Correct? Right. Alright. Most of you have turned on the cameras and now turn off. Right? Please, again, I am telling, turn on your camera so that I can feel you live. හරිද? දැන් මම ඔබ මගේ ක්ලාස් වලට මම නීතියක් විදිහට දානවා. Right? නැත්තම් I am not feeling like live. හරි. කඩපාඩ සෙට් එකට වේව ගන්න. හරි. It might not fit me. ඔයාලා එහෙම නිකන් කරලා බලන්න නිකම්ම පොඩි උදාහරණයක් කියන්න. ඔයා එහෙම සෙට් එකක් ඉන්නවා කියලා හිතාගෙන උගන්නන්න try කරන්න කැමරාවක් ඉස්සරහා හරි ඔයාගේ ෆෝන් එක ඉස්සරහා උගන්නන්න බෑ හරිද? දැන් නම් මට පුරුදුයි. හරිද? Right, I am fond of it so that right I can do this, right? Try yourself to teach in front of a camera, right? Then feel how, then experience how you feel it. Right? So identify කරමු බලන්න කොහොමද ඔයාලට feel වෙන්නේ කියලා. හරි. Okay පුතේ. Let's get back to the fractions. හරි. So when it comes to the fraction, I will do this right from the basic, from the base. Hurry. So that you can get all the things in a similar in a fraction of second, right? So I have arranged this tune, right, from A to C, right? I have arranged this tune from A to C so that you can grab anything else, right, you have forgotten by now, right? So okay buddy. So first thing, let us identify what are proper fractions and unit fractions. So you already know those names. Oh, I got that one done now. And what are proper fractions and unit fractions? So what we call a proper fraction? Can anyone tell me? Can anyone tell me until I write the lesson title? What is called a proper fraction? And what is the property of that? You have learned these things in your grade 6, 7, 8, 9. Now you are in 10 and 11. Hurry. Tell me, anyone, what is called a proper fraction? Please, anyone, cover it. I can't read. Can anyone tell me what is called a proper fraction? Are you also we can continue, ne? Right. Is that so? Right, okay. Okay. So let's write that. So when a proper fraction is identified, right? When you have fraction something like this. For a fraction. Yes, wait, mother. Right? In a fraction, you have two parts. Right? In a fraction, you have two parts. Right? The top part is called the numerator. Right? You know this. Right? Top part is called the numerator. The below part is called the denominator. Right? And you know this one as well. When it comes to a proper fraction, right? When it comes to a proper fraction, what could happen? What could happen? Cut the winning, right? So when it comes to proper fraction, the numerator is always less than the denominator, right? in a proper fraction. Right? So please write in a proper fraction, numerator is less than the denominator. Right? So for some examples, we can say 2 upon 3. Numerator is always less than the denominator. Come on. 7 upon 11. 1 upon 5. Right? These things are called proper fractions. Always the numerator is less than the denominator. Right? These are very basic things. If you have forgotten these things, please refresh your knowledge. Right? Please refresh your knowledge. Right. Okay. So then we have unit fraction. Right? Unit fractions. Right? So what we call unit fractions? One of the unit fractions again. Right? So for an example, right? What is the important thing you need to remember under unit fraction? So it is already a proper fraction. This unit fraction is already a proper fraction, but it is special. Why it becomes special? A is special. Right? Why it becomes special? In a unit fraction, always the numerator equals to 1. Whatever the denominator, right? The numerator is always equal to 1. Right? Denominator can be any number. Right? So those are called unit fractions. Okay, so let's write the definition. Right? Fractions with numerator equals to 1. Oh, where numerator equals to 1. Doesn't matter. Equals to 1. Right? Here, this is also a unit fraction, right? 1 upon 5. Right? Unit fraction. And it is also a proper fraction. That is why I say this unit fraction is a special kind of thing, right? A special set of these proper fractions. Special set of proper fractions. Right? So for an example, let's take 1 upon 2, 1 upon 5, 1 upon 999 unit fractions, so on and so forth. Right? Whatever the number you can take. Right? Right? Hope you know these things. Right? Then comparison of fractions. Comparison of fractions. So how you are going to compare two fractions together? There might be different cases. Correct? There might be different cases, but you need to know how to compare fractions. Correct? So sometimes the numerator is fixed, denominator differs. Correct? Then how to compare those two fractions? Sometimes numerator is fixed. Sorry, sometimes denominator is fixed, numerator differs. Correct? So how to compare them? Sometimes numerator and the denominator are different. right, are different. So how we are going to compare? That's one of the questions. Right? That's one of the questions. So how to do that? Right? So those three things you need to identify. Those three things you need to identify. Right? Okay. Then we are going to identify those things. Right? So page number 1, below you can see comparison of fractions. Right? The first case I have given you where numerators are equal and denominators are different. Where numerators are equal and the denominators are different, right? So in that situation, always your numerator is fixed, but the denominator is different. Then those kind of situation, how you are going to compare, right? The fractions each other. You are going to compare which one is bigger than which one is less than which one. Alright. So let's do this. So the in under that subtitle, please write under the first case, right? Where numerators are equal I'm not going to write all because you have the tutor where numerators are equal and denominators are different. Right. I will take an example, right? So don't write that. Don't write, right? I will give you the time to write. Now focus on the board. Right? I will take an example. I will put some space here. Right? I will put some space here and I will explain this by using an example, right? So where numerators are equally, so I will take two fractions, 3 and 3, right? Now this is my numerator. Numerators are equal, 3 and 3, right? Denominators are different. Denominators are different, right? So I will take, this is 5 and this is 7. So this is 3 upon 5. This is 3 upon 7. Right? Perfectly matched for our case. Numerators are equal. Denominators are different. 5 and 7. In this kind of situation, how we are going to compare? You know already that. But we have to do it so. We have to do it. So some of you might not remember the proper thing. So sometimes you might forget it. So if you have the numerator fixed, if you consider the denominator of those two fractions, you need to remember that if the denominator is increasing, if the denominator is getting increased, what happens to the total value of the fraction? What happens to the total value of the fraction? It is decreasing. Correct? If the numerators are equal, when denominators are different, right? When the denominator is increased, right? 5, 7, right? To this side, the denominator is increasing, right? Denominator is gradually increasing. What happens to the total value of the fraction? It gets decreased. Decreased right? So the total value of the fraction is getting decreased to this side, right? So is this fraction or this fraction has the highest denominator? You need to think that, right? If your denominators, sorry, if you have equal numerators, you need to care about only the denominators. 5 is less than 7. So when the denominator is getting increased, the value of the total fraction is getting decreased. So when it compares these two fractions together, can anyone tell me which fraction is the biggest one? Which fraction is the largest one? It is first one or second one? Please put a message. It is which one is bigger? Over the loop. Big one or the largest one? Yes, super. Yep. Right. Yeah. Okay. Yes, student. So if we compare these two fractions, right? The fraction with the lowest denominator, is the biggest fraction. So this is it. Right? So this is it. Right? Then I will remove this one. So the important thing that you need to remember is, right, when you have equal numerators and different denominators, the smallest, right, the fraction with the smallest denominator is the biggest or is the largest. Right? So that is one of the important thing you need to remember. Right? So please write down the fraction with the smallest denominator is the biggest or is the larger, whatever, right? Right? And please compare these things as well. Okay, please put the equivalent mark. Okay, here also please put the inequality, right? Which one is the biggest? Which one is the smallest? Right. Hope you have done. Right. So you need to remember only this thing. When you have equal numerators, you need to only care about the denominator, right? And from those denominators, you need to choose, right? You need to choose the smallest denominator. That fraction is the biggest, right? So first of all, I am considering my numerator. Here 5 and 5 equal, so I don't need to care about that numerator. Forget it. In the denominator, you have 11 and 7 now, right? You have 11 and 7, right? So when I have 11 and 7, right, I need to think which one is the smallest denominator? 11 or 7? 7 is the smallest denominator, right? So I need to think a little bit. If I have the smallest denominator, it should be the biggest fraction. So this is the inequality. 5 upon 11 is less than 5 upon 7. Right? That is how you are going to think, how you are going to approach for your answer. Right? And also when it comes to the last one, 11 upon 13 and 11 upon 12, first of all, you need to check whether your numerators or denominators are equal. So, numerators 11 and 11. Okay, forget that. Right? 11 and 11. Forget that. Then, denominators 13 and 12. Right? 13 and 12. Between those two, 13 and 12, which one is the smallest? Which one is the smallest? Right? Smallest is 12. So that 11 upon 12 should be the biggest fraction. Keep mouth open of the inequality mark to 11, right? To the side of 11 upon 12. Right? So, if you get this inequality and this inequality, your answers are correct. Correct? Right. Okay. So, remember, I will how the right? So, one of you, please remember me at 8 p.m. Okay. So, I will give you the dinner at that time, right? Dinner break, so that you can have the dinner and you can again join by 8:50. So that is how we are continuing. Okay? Okay. Right. Right. Let's move to the next case. Right? Api iga move. Right? Right. Page number 2. Right? Page number 2. Where the numerators different and denominators are equal. Right? Where the numerators different and denominators are equal. Right? So I will do it here. Right? Second case, where the numerators, I am not going to write all the things, different, right? Denominators and denominators are equal. Right. This is one of the nice things. I mean, make what easy. Make a right? So, first of all, before giving the important thing, I will discuss some examples. Right? Numerators are different and denominators are equal. Okay. So, first of all, I will write the denominators. 5 and 5. 5 and 5. There's different numerators. So, I will take 2 and 3. Make a what easy. Right? This one is very easy. Nothing to worry at all. Right? If you have equal denominators, just forget them. When you are comparing the two fractions, if you have equal denominators, just forget the denominators. So, which number is bigger? 2 or 3? Yes. Huh? which which is bigger කියලා. එක්කම කන්නඩිද කියවලා හොඳේ. මේක මේක එක්ක සුද්ධ කරගන්න යනවා. තාමත් එඩිට් කරේ නෑ මේක. හරි. තාම තියෙන්නේ 2 කියලා. මම ඇහුවේ which one is bigger කියලා. හරි. I told you when you have equal denominators, just forget them. That means for a moment, forget them. Now choose the biggest numerator. And I asked you which one is the biggest? 2 or 3? 3 is the biggest denominator. So the 3 upon 5 is the biggest fraction. Right? 3 upon 5 is the biggest fraction. Right? So you can write the fraction with the largest numerator. The fraction with the largest numerator is the biggest, right? Or whatever I is, right? Doesn't matter, right? So this is equal, right? So I will write some fractions so you can fill it out with the suitable inequality mark. Right? Please fill this. Yes, Devmi, we are trying. Devmi is asking me, අපි අද full lesson එක ඉවර කරනවද කියලා. Yes, I am trying to finish. Right? So don't ask me. So when you are going to stop the class, හරි? මම එක්කෙනෙක් හිටියත් මම මේ continue කරන at the end. හරි? I am planning to do lot of questions. හරි? මම ගොඩක් questions හදාන්න hope කරනවා, right? බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. So stay in the class. However, right, if you want, you can stay, right? If you don't want, you can go, right? It is up to you to decide whether you are getting the fractions or not. Right. If you feel like sleepy, please drink water. Drink water, right? Always. When you are studying also, please drink water. Right? It will keep you alive. Right? It will keep you like fresh. Right? Your brains need right? Your brain needs water. I don't know. Right? Hope you have learned it. Right? In the science, I don't know, right? You have the brain, right? Brain, right? In grade 10 or 11. Grade 11, right? Yes. You might have other systems. I can't remember. So, however, brain needs water to keep alive or keep refreshing you. Otherwise, it will feel like lagging. Right? My laptop, the phones are lagging. Mole madila. But we need water. Right? If you want to remember something, drink water. Right? It will boost your memory. Right? So there are a lot of benefits. Right? Right? So let's do this. This one. 30, 30 equal name. Just forget it. 15 and 11. Which one is bigger? 15. So this fraction is the biggest. 98 and 90. Okay. Right? Forget it. Forget the denominator. Which one is biggest? 45 or 85? 85 is the biggest. Yeah. Right. So when you compare these fractions, right, the biggest one is this and this one is the biggest. Right. So next case, where both numerator and denominator are different. Where both numerator and denominators are different. Correct? That is one of the case. Correct? You need to do something in order to get the answer. Right? That is the third one. So you have to do little bit of calculation. Right? You have to do little bit of calculation when you are doing this. Right? Where both numerators and denominators are not equal. That means differ. Where your both numerators is the third case. Okay. Where both numerator and denominators, right, are not equal. Here numerators and denominators are not equal. So what happens? Right? Somewhat hard, actually not hard. If you are good at finding the LCM or something, if you are good at the multiplication table, right, you can do this. Right? If you know how to make sure that you have equal denominators of the both fractions, this one is nothing. Right? Because you know something like that. If you have equal denominators, you know how to obtain which fraction is the biggest one. Correct? So when you have this kind of situation where both numerators and denominators are not equal, that means both numerators and denominators are differ each other, right? Are differ each other. You need to make sure that you have equal denominators. So you need to make sure, or you need to make those different denominators equal. Correct? So if you see somewhere around, right, you have two different denominators of two fractions and you have to compare them. Right? You need to make sure that you have equal denominators of the both fractions so that you can easily compare those two fractions like this. For an example, right? For an example, these are my two fractions. And these are my two fractions. Right? So both numerators and the denominators are differ. Both numerators and the denominators are differ. So how to make your denominators equal? How to make your denominators equal together? That is the question. So you know how to do that. Right? You know how to do that. This is 5. This is 50. In very easy way, you need to find the LCM. Or you might say, so, we got the LCM one, right? Why we are going to find the LCM? So, I can convert this 5 into 50. Yes, you know that. Yes, on the other hand, this 15 is your LCM. However, right? Hope you have the knowledge, the proper knowledge, right, with you how to find the LCM. We are coming to that part later, but you need to know that. Right? So, Buddha, you can convert this 5 into this 15 very easily. Right? So, you have to just multiply both of the numerator and the denominator by 3 before comparing them. Right? 3 into 3, 9. 5 into 3, 15. So here also 4 upon 15. Now what happened? Our second case. Okay. Equal denominators. So just forget them and find the biggest numerator. 9 is the biggest numerator. Right? So this fraction is the biggest. Right? So you can go reverse. So this is your answer. 3 upon 5 is larger than 4 upon 15. Correct? Right. So in this case, where both numerators and denominators are not equal, right? The thing you need to do is, right, make sure the denominators are equal. In other words, find LCM. Right? Keep that in your mind. Bolu Bituki is asking me a question. ඒක තමයි කොම්බෙලා ඒ මොකද කට්ටි නැත්තේ කියලා මම එකයි මෙසේජ් එකකුත් දැම්මේ. Right. Please write this and write this down, and I will give you some examples. Okay. Right. So do those things by yourself. Right. Send me which fraction is the biggest of this one and this one. Now, I will tell this is 1. And I will say this is 2. Right? And I will say this is 3. And this is 4. Right? I need to tell you from when you are comparing 1 and 2, right? Which one is biggest? And put a comma, right? Then when you are comparing these two fractions, right? Whether it is 3 or 4, you need to send me the answer like this. Which one is biggest from these two cases? From this one, final answer this. From these two, the final answer this. This one or this one, right? Send me the answer to the chat by using a single message. When we have a single messaging, B means biggest. Huh? You no need to type biggest. Just type 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. And put a comma. Right? Do this. And I told you, make when you are make sure if the denominators are equal, on the other hand, you need to find LCM as well. Keep that in your mind. If you are very familiar with LCM, you need to know that one as well. Hurry, hurry. Send me the answer. Okay, super. If it is sending me a kind of an answer, right? Okay. But I do not know whether which one is correct. Okay. Right. Super. Manishka, you need to send me the other answer as well. So Yemi finish first. පුතේ කවුද MHDA කියන්නේ? මට can you පුතේ please rename me? Yes, Gagan has also sent me. Yomi, you need to send me the other answer as well. අනිත් එක තේවන්න ඕන. Manishika has sent me both answers, but I do not know whether which one is correct. මම તો හිතලා දෙනේම තමයි. Yomi, please send me the other one as well. ඔන්න දැන් කේස් එක අඩේ කොහොමද how to find LC අට සීන් එක right. Some of you might know, right? Okay, Temuli. Sarani, okay. Okay, Mihara is sending me the both answers. Right. Mandiv, okay. Right. Okay. I will discuss. I have received another one. Sandar. Okay. Okay, let's check. I have received some different answers. The first one, yes, it is okay, right? So you are sending me the same answer 2 2 2 2. But this one, some of you are sending in 3 4 3 4 3 4. Right? So let's figure it out what is the case. Right? Okay. So when you have this one, right? Both numerator and the denominators are not equal together. Different numbers you are having. You need to make sure that you have the equal denominators. Right? Denominators are equal. Alright. So the only thing that you need to do is, first of all, you need to check whether your denominators are multiples of each other. You need to check. So this one and this one. 18 and 3. Are they multiples? Yes. 18 is multiple of 3. Right? Multiplication table of 3. Right? Multiples of 3. So you can convert your 3 very easily into 18. So you need to do that 5 upon 18. Here you have 2 upon 3. Just multiply both numerators and denominators, right, by 6 so that you can have your equal denominators. 2 times 6, 12. 3 times 6, 80. Right? 3 times 6, 80. Right? Okay, I am hearing a noise. Put a noise center. Then I hurry away. Right? Okay. So here 18, 80. Both denominators are equal. Right? Second case, when you have equal denominators, you just need to compare your numerators together. Right? 5 and 12. So 12 is the biggest. So 12 upon 18 is the biggest fraction. So continue upward. So 2 upon 3 is the biggest fraction. Now, when I see your answers, right? When I see your answers, when I check your answers, I figure it out. Some of you are having a problem with this. I need to identify that so that I gave you this. You are right not having the proper knowledge of getting LCM. Those who got the wrong answer, I'm saying for the students who got the wrong answer. හරිද? ඔයාලගේ සමහර කට්ටිය අරකට 3 4 දෙකම වල තිබ්බනේ. I do not know whether which one the 3 or 4 the biggest one yet, but I have received those answers in mix. Right? I have received mixed answers. So Buddha, that is a case. හරිද? ඒක case එක. ඇයි දන්නවද? Now some of you are participating for classes, right? And some of you are in my class. In my class, yet I haven't done this fraction, and this is the first time I am doing this fractional lesson. Correct? And right, some of you have sent me 3, some of you have sent me 4. Correct? So you have a lack of knowledge of identifying how to find the LCM or find the LCM or identify LCM, whatever the thing. Alright. So, in other words, if you find the LCM of different two denominators, that should be your common denominator. Common denominator. Common denominator. Common denominator. Common denominator. 15, 15, 18, 18. So, you have to apply the same thing to that one as well. Alright. If you are comparing those two fractions, you need to make sure that you have equal denominators. So when it comes to here, method order, you guys cannot do or exchange the numerators and multiply both numerators and denominators. Shall I show you? Some of you might have done 5 upon 12 multiplied by 18 multiplied by 18, because this is the denominator of the other fraction 18. Now very easy, but easy. I am going to multiply both numerator and denominator together like that, and also I am doing the same thing for this one as well. 7 upon 18 multiply both numerator and denominator by 12 so that I can get equal denominators. Yes, you can get. But මේක වැරදි නෑ, හරි, but කැතයි, ugly. Don't do this ever. ඒක කරන්න එපා. Right? You might be facing right lot of consequences. You waste your time, right? You might not ending up with this with the proper answer. This way is correct. But this is not correct in my way. This is not correct in my way, but this is correct. This is katai. Don't do this. And I will let you know what is the thing. So if you have the proper knowledge on finding LCM, you are not going to do this. First of all, if you have 12 and 18, you are going to find LCM, right? Because you need to identify your common denominator. Right? First of all, when I have 12 and 18, I am going to do a little bit of rough things, right? Rough work to find which one is my common denominator for 12 and 18. So you know how to find LCM? I hope so, right? If you do not know, wait a little bit, right? In the other page, we are doing that. Right. So we have 12 and 18. I will write 12, 18. Some of you might know, or some are done no scene, right? 2 is the least prime number. 2 is the least prime number. Why we are using that? Because 12 or 18 we can divide by 2, right? That is the least prime number that we can use to divide both 12 and 18. So, no, I will take here my measuring gun, so I need to make sure that I have enough space, right? Number 12 and 18, right? So my least prime number that I can use for dividing both of these numbers is 2, or one of these numbers is 2, right? So, 2 times 6, 12, 2 times 9, 18. Can I still use 2 to divide 6 and 9? Yes. Why? I cannot divide both 6 and 9 at once, but I can divide 6 by 2 at least. 2 times 3, 6. Now 3 and 9. Now can you use 2 to divide one of these numbers? No, you cannot, right? Because none of these numbers can be divided using 2, right? So the next prime number is, least prime number is 3 after 2. So I will use 3. 3 times 1, 3 times 3, right? Until I get 1 comma 1 at the end, I have to divide me, right? So again 1 comma 3, I can use 3 to divide these two numbers. So 1, keep as it is, comma 1. So 1 comma 1. So if you are finding the LCM, you have to multiply these two numbers together. 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. Right? 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 3, 12. 12 times 3, 36. Right? 36. So you need to convert your 12 into 36, your 18 into 36. Because LCM, least common multiple, is your common denominator on the other hand. Keep that in your mind. Right? So that it will help you to simplify any fraction, right, in a proper manner. അത് ലස්සനയുടെ പിലിവൽ പട്ട ഈസിയുടെ you can do it. So I am going to convert this 12 into 36, right? 12 multiplied by 3, 5 multiplied by 3, right? 7 upon 18. 18 can be converted into 36 by multiplying by 2. So 3 times 5, 15. 12 times 3, 36. 7 times 2, 14. 8 times 2, 36. So now you have equal to denominators. So you are going to apply your second condition. Just forget the denominators. 36, 36. Which numerator is the biggest? 15 or 14? 15 is the biggest. So 15 upon 36 is the biggest fraction. Right? So continue upward. So the biggest fraction is this. That is 3, right? For this one, it is 2, right? If you get the answer 2 comma 3, right? This one is correct. Right? Not 4. Pute, do you have any questions? Make a right? Make a how to find LCM? I will do next. Pute, do you have any questions from this one? Anyone can ask. You can clear it up. Anything? Please let me know. Right? Any questions? No, right?
No, sir.
Okay. Right. If you do not know how to find LCM, next we are going to do that. Right. In the next page, you are having that, right? Okay. So I will clear the board. So if you have any questions from this part, please ask. These are very basic things. We have made basics. Sorry. Okay, if you are already have completed this lesson and got the wrong answer, again, not for my students. My class the students from other classes. So if you are still getting the wrong answers, right, you have a problem with comparing these things or finding LC. Right? So that please mark it, and you need to make sure that today you have proper knowledge of finding LCM. There are a lot of YouTube videos as well, right, around the world. So you can type how to find LCM and how to compare fractions. Find that. That is your weak point. Weak point. So mark it. Right? My weak point is right this maker. Right? When both numerators and denominators are differing, are not equal each other, I have a doubt to find which fraction is bigger. I have a doubt of comparing those fractions. So mark the point. If you get the wrong answer, mark that point and find it through the YouTube. YouTube එක try to how to self learn. කොහොමද ඉගෙන ගන්න තනියම කියලා ඉගෙන ගන්න. හරිද? So that is a case. හරි? ඔය TikTok එකම බලන වෙලා හරි? TikTok එකම බලන වෙලා ඒක ඉගෙන ගන්න. How to improve my maths knowledge. හරි? Okay, right. So that's done. Hope you have write down this LCM thing, right? Right. මොකද දෙයක් කියන්න තමයි. මොකක්ද යන්නේ? හරි. When someone is giving you free things. මගේ මේ paper class අහුවෙන් දන්නවා. හරි. කවුරු හරි කෙනෙක් මොකක් කරන්නේ? ඔයාලට free එකක් දෙනවා නම් හරිද? මොකක් හරි group එකක ඔයාලා දැන් join වෙලා ඉන්න group එකක if someone is giving you free something. හරි? Free seminar. හරිද? ඒ group එකෙන් leave වෙන්න එපා. Right? ඒ group එකෙන් leave වෙන්න එපා. Stay there and collect it. මං කියන ඔයාලට වෙලාව නැත්තම් මේ එකට යන්න කියලා නෙමෙයි කියන්නේ. හරිද? සමහරට එයා වීඩියෝ එක පස්සේ අප්ලෝඩ් කරොත් go through it later. ඒ group එකෙන් leave වෙන්න එපා. හරිද? එහෙම මම මේ දකින දෙයක් කියන්නේ. ඒක අපේ කාලේ තිබ්බේ නැහැ නේද මෙහෙම. අපේ කාලේ තිබ්බේ නැහැ. අපි යන්නේ physical class කියලා අඩේ ඉදාට බැරෝ sorry.com ආය යන්න බෑ. But now the technology is right advanced. හරිද? YouTube තියෙනවා අරක තියෙනවා මේක තියෙනවා so on and so forth. There are a lot of things. හරිද? Lot of resources. Right? So if someone is giving you something free, මොකක් හරි අමාරුවක් තියෙනවනේ free දෙන්න. මේ මට වගේ. හරිද? අඩු ගානේ ඒ community එකේ හරි ඒ group එකේ හරි join වෙලා ඉන්න. You might get lot of things to refer. අඩු ගානේ you might increase your knowledge 0.0%, 0.01%. 0.01% you will improve your knowledge so that it will help you to get an A pass for maths or whatever the subject in your life for O levels. Hurry. After O level is finished, you can vanish there. Hurry. O level in passe or doesn't matter. Until your O level is finished, please stay there and get the free stuffs. Right? Wow. You will get this. Right? මේ අය අදාළ සර් කෙනෙක්ගේ ඉන්න එකකින් ඔයා ගනි. හරිද? Take good things, right? And leave bad things. Just stop. Right? That's all. Right. Okay. Then we have to do, let us identify improper fractions and mixed numbers. Hope you know this one. Patta is seen nega. Right? So, first of all, what we are calling improper fractions. Can anyone tell me what is the property that you can see under improper fractions? Can anyone tell me what is the property? What is the property?
The numerator is bigger than the denominator.
Yeah. Super. Right? For an improper fraction, always the numerator is bigger than the denominator. Right? You need to remember that. Right. Uday, let's write. A fraction where numerator is bigger or larger, whatever, right? You can use anything. Mamme me patta sarva bhashalen dinne, right? Patta easy language again. Where number is bigger than the denominator. Right? So mixed numbers. Mixed numbers. Right. Now, can anyone tell me how many parts are there for a mixed number? How many parts can you find inside a mixed number? Oh, podi pandiyalla. Everything?
3 parts.
3 parts? Ah, yes. Okay. Right. That's also correct. Right. So, can anyone, right, tell me what are the 3 parts?
Whole number, numerator and denominator.
What are they? First one?
Whole number, denominator and numerator.
Alright. Yes, you are having the idea. Yes, that's correct. Right? Whole number part and the numerator and the denominator part is we are calling that a single name fractional part. Only we have 2 parts for a mixed number. For a mixed number, only we have 2 parts. Right? The first part is the whole number part. Second part is the fractional part. Right? Inside the fraction, we have numerator and denominator. So your answer is correct. You have the idea. That's great. So the things you need to identify is how many parts are there in a mixed number and label them. In your grades, they will not ask that. They will So you need to remember that whole number part and the fractional part. Right. Okay. So yes, a number, please write this, right? A number consists of a whole number part, and the fractional part. Right? So those are the 2 things. For an example, I will give you in a minute. 5 and 3/5. Right. Can anyone tell me how to read mixed numbers? What how you are going to read this mixed number? Whole number part and fractional part. Can anyone tell me? Or just type how to read? Make a read. Please write read it. Sorry, type it and say or tell. How to read this? Okay, so Sadhanu is saying 5 times 3/7. Manishika is saying 5 and 3/7. Only those two? Any other answers? Anik kattiriga on danno evanne ei monawa karanne I just need to check. Five times no 5 3/7. 5 times 3/7. I am getting different answers, but I am not going to tell which one is correct. 5 times. Okay, Nandi is saying, Devi is saying, is that all? Okay, right. I am receiving different answers. Normally, when we are reading this play, when we are reading a mixed number, right, we are saying 5 is that's also correct 5 times, right? 5 times, right? 3/7. But 3/7 times 5. 3/7 පහක් නෙමෙයි මේ. That's not the idea. හරිද? මෙතන තියෙනවා right? මෙන්න මෙහෙම see. හරිද? We cannot tell 5 times. 5 times 3/7 now you can write මෙහෙමනේ. 5 times 3/7. You guys will get the wrong idea about fractions. Huh? When you are reading a mixed number, if you tell 5 times 3/7, totally wrong. Correct? That's not the correct thing. If you are saying 5 times 3/7, this is it. So if you are saying this one 5 times 3/7, what you are going to tell this? Make it a right? Answer for this one and this one are very different. Right? This is a mixed number. This mixed number can be converted into improper fraction, but this is not a mixed number. You cannot convert this into an improper fraction. These are just multiplied two numbers. Whole number and the fraction part. Whole number and the fraction part. You cannot tell 5 times. You cannot read this mixed number 5 times 3/7. 5 times 3/7 is this. 5 times 3/7 is this. But you cannot find any multiplication in between whole number part and the mixed number part. You cannot find anything like that. So when you are reading this one, when you are reading, you need to sound like 5 and this is the word that you are going to connect your whole number and the fraction. 5 and 3/7 or 3/7 whatever. 3/7 no upon 7 whatever. But don't change this word. Totally wrong. Okay. You cannot write it like this 5 times. You cannot find here any what multiplication one. Right? This mixed number can be written down as many here. 5 plus 3 upon 7. If you know the basic thing, if you know the basic knowledge, this mixed number can be written down as 5 plus 3 upon 7. If you remember the grade 7 knowledge, sorry, grade 8 and 9, you know how to write this 5 plus 3 upon 7. There, when you are reading a mixed number, you have to read it 5 and 3 over 7 or 3 upon 7, whatever. And alternative way for that is this 5 plus. In between this whole number and the fractional part, you can put plus. That's okay. Otherwise, that is the way you are going to read. Alright? This is an alternate way you are representing this. Keep that in your mind. You are totally wrong if you are getting that 5 times something, not that. That is incorrect. Keep that in your mind. Okay. So convert improper fraction into mixed numbers. Right? Now we are going to convert. Convert improper fractions into mixed numbers. Right? Improper fraction into mixed numbers. Please write it. Right. Okay. So, for an example, you know how to do this, huh? First of all, I will take like 7 upon 2. How to convert this into mixed number? You know that. Right? And just convert 11 upon 3. Right? I'll give you 1 minute, 30 seconds, right, to convert those. Convert them into mixed numbers. Improper fraction into mixed numbers. What is? Alright, hope you have done right. Yes, done. So this is 7 upon 2. 7 upon 2. Right? 7 divided by 2. How many 7? Sorry, how many 2s are there for 7? 3. This 3 should be your whole number part. Alright? How many 2s are there for 7? 3. Alright? Now the fractional part, you have to put the numerator. Denominator is you know already. Right? Denominator is 2. That won't change. It will change in there. The way you are going to fill the whole number part is 7 divided by 2. That means how many 2s are there for 7? 3. 2 times 3, 6. 6 plus 1. This is the rest. Right? Rest is this. 2 times 3, 6 plus 1, 7. Done. Here, this is the fractional part and we are going to fill this whole number part and also the denominator you know that is 3. 11 divided by 3. 11 over 3. 11 upon 3. Whatever. How many 3s are there for 11? 3 times 3. 3 times 3, 9. Right? How many should be added in order to get 11? 3 times 3, 9. 9 plus 2. 11. So this is the way you are going to convert an improper fraction into a mixed number. Alright. Now, vice versa thing. Convert mixed number into an improper fraction convert mixed number into an improper fractions. Right. I'll give you some. Convert this into an improper fraction. And this into an improper fraction, and I will give you 15 seconds to convert. Do it fast. Correct. Okay. Previously, Amit has sent me yours. Just send me the answers for these two. May they never tackle answers. To the chat. Do it fast. Okay. Okay. The Southern has sent me both answers. Cinema, okay. Yami, this 38. Ah, yeah. Yeah, 38. How the 37 darling? Yes. Yes, good. Yes. Yes, and you mean have you not have used his brain? And he has sent me just the numerators, 38 and 20. That's also okay. Yes, Gagan, yes. You mean has used his brain how to send the answer quickly and easy method. Yes, Jagan. That's not 37. No? Is that 37? 37 upon 5. On a chapter, right? පොඩ්ඩක් දන්නත් නේද වැඩි කරනකොට ඩාන් වෙනවා ඩූන් නේද ඈ පොඩ්ඩක් වැඩි කරනකොට ඩාන් වෙනවා ඩූන් වෙනවා එහෙම තමයි right okay so focus on the board right so the first of all when it comes to an improper fraction so you are going to convert mixed number into an improper fraction in this kind of situation first of all you need to know your denominator is 5 right? That's not changing right and this one is also denominator is not changing either right. So if you use this Magi Vidyarthi, right? When I am teaching this, right, we are doing clockwise method mama karna, right? And mandanne aditaya, right? So when it comes to this side, you are going to multiply these two numbers and we are after the multiplication, we are adding this number. Correct. 5 times 7, 35, 35 plus 3, 38. Right? That is my clockwise method. Here. Right? So in the grade 9 students, that's how I am going to teach. Right. So if I apply the clockwise method to this one, right? Go on. Multiply and 11 times 2, 22. 22 plus 7, 29. So the denominator is 29. So these should be the answers. Not 37, 38. And add කරනකොට පොඩක් කලබලට වර්ධිනවා. ඒක නෝ සීන් එක. හරි. අර මහින්ද මහත්තයා කියන්නේ ඔය දන්නේ නැද්ද වාඩුන්ට ඩාම් වෙනවා ඩූම් වෙනවා කියලා කියනවා යා. හරිද? එහෙම ඩාම් ඩූම් වෙන්න බෑ මැත්ස් වලදී. හරි. එහෙම වුණොත් එහෙම වැරදෙනවා. හරිද? ඒ ඩයල් එකේ පච කෙලියා වගේ මේ කාලේ. හරි. පොඩ්ඩක් ඩාම් වෙනවා ඩූම් වෙනවා වගේ නෙමෙයි හොඳ. හරි පොඩ්ඩක් ඩාම් වෙලා ඩූම් වෙච්ච ගමන් ඒක B වෙනවා. හරි එක්කෝ right your B basket converted into C. Right? If you get put that down and do this, right? B becomes C, A becomes B. अरे महिंद्र मात्या की वगे डांग मेरा डूब मेरा A सीट में. और ना नहीं महिंद्र की डांग मेरा डूब मेरे. right? अरे I hope so. No, you mean I told that you have used your knowledge, right? ඔයා මුඩක් කපටි වෙලා එවල දින උත්තරේ 38, 38 and 29. That's okay. Right? Because already I know the denominator is 5 and that one is 11. Right? Your answer is perfect. Correct? When you are sending the answer, right away. So that is it. And obtaining LC. Okay, do you have any questions from this Mughal Khardiya? Man, if you have, you can ask us. Correct? හරි free දෙන දෙයක් ගන්න ඔයාලට මොකද දන්නවද තියෙන්න ඕනේ you need to have මොනවද sins නෙමෙයි good deeds හරි you need to have sins name merits හරි right if you don't want to get a free thing right then you have sins හරි ඔයා පින් කරලා තියෙනවා නම් හරිද ඔයාලට පිනක් තියෙන්න ඕනේ free දෙන දෙයක් ගන්නද හරිද ඔයා පවක් කරලා තියෙනවා නම් ඔයාලට free දෙන දේ හම්බෙන්නේ නැහැ හරිද ඒක මම කිව්වා ඉස්සෙල්ලා හරිද ඔයාලට තියෙන්න ඕනේ අර උමනාව අඩේ මට fraction බෑ right මම කොහෙන් හරි ඒක ඉගෙන ගන්න ඕන හරිද YouTube එක බලලා හරි කාගේ හරි ගිහිල්ලා හරි හරිද කාගෙන් අහලා හරි දැනගෙන හරි මගේ අක්කාගෙන් හරි අයියාගෙන් හරි කාගෙන් හරි අහලා හරි දැනගෙන හරි fraction හරි whatever the lesson I need to know that හරිද ඒකට පින දෙයි හරිද පින නැත්තම් you can't have nothing හරි ඔයාලට ඒක තාම තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ මම මේ පින්පව් ගැන කියන්නේ නැහැ class වල I'm not wasting time for that my ඔයාලා දන්නවා ඒ scene එක හරි හැබැයි but you need to have that pin to get something free හරි හැමෝටම නෑ හැමෝටම හරි Alright, obtaining LCM of two or more numbers. Then numbers should be right denominators. Obtaining LCM least common multiple of two or more numbers. Hi, I will write two numbers there and send me the LCM of those numbers. Huh? First of all, you need to do it. Then I will discuss. Alright, 18,24. Send me the LCM of these two numbers and I want to see who finishes first. Right, send me the LCM of these two numbers. Do it fast. Yemi, මොකද්ද මේ? 6 කියන්නේ. That's not LC. 72 බලමු. Let's see. Sorry. And most of you are sending me 72. But I need to check. I do not know whether it is 72 or not. Let's check. Setuli is saying. What is Setuli? What is 3 and 4? Setuli, I am confusing with this. What is this? Nishadi is saying 72. Okay. Tenuli is saying 72. Gagana is saying 72. I hope you are not copy pasting, okay? මම හිතනවා ඔයාලා copy paste නෙමෙයි කරන්නේ කියලා. හරි. මේක පට්ට important. This one is පට්ටම important. How to find LCM. Gagan is showing me the answer. Right, okay. Gagan is using a little bit of few more steps. Yes, Tommy. Yes. Right. Okay, Buddha. So, shall I discuss this? So, Buddha, I told you a way, right? I told you a way few minutes ago how to find LCM of two different numbers. Correct? Two different numbers. Correct? And you need to use that method. That is the most easiest way to find LCM of different two numbers. When it comes to the fraction, it would be equal to your common denominator. Now I am going to tell you how to find LCM of different two numbers or three numbers or more than that. Correct? But when it comes to the fractions, LCM becomes your common denominator. Right. So 18 and 24. First of all, right, you need to remember that, right? Well, this is an even number and this is also an even number. So even number can be divided by using 2. 2 is the least prime number or the prime factor that you can divide or that you can use to divide. 2. Right? So I am using 2 to divide these two numbers. 2 times 9, 2 times 12. Now, Huda, you have 9 and 12, right? 9 and 12. Now, again, can you use 2 to divide these two? Yes, because at least one of the two numbers can be divided by using 2. So, this 12 can be divided by using 2. So, you are going to put 2 here. 2, right? You cannot divide this 9, so keep as it is 9, comma 2 times 6, 12. Again, by using 9 and 6, you can divide this 6 by 2, right? So keep your 9 as it is, right? 2 times 3. Now you cannot use 2 to divide either this one or this one, right? So you have to use 3, the next prime factor. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 1, again 3. Right? So again you can use 3 until you have 1 comma 1 at the end. You have to divide these two numbers by using prime factors like this. So your LCM will be 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. Right? 2 times 2, 4, 4 times 2, 8, 8 times 3, 24, 24 into 3, 72. I am teaching you the proper method, not the easy method, right? For this one, make a proper method. You need to use this, whatever the thing you have, right, under the fractionalism in order to find the common denominator, right? You need to find else, right? So I will give you another 2 or 3 things. So find 6, 12, and 50. Find LCM of this this and send me the answers for those three. Put commas and separate and send me the answer in a single message. I want to see who finishes first time. Right, nice. Devmi has sent me all the answers. Super. Yes. Yes, Kara. Okay. Nihara. Right. Yes. Yes. Right. Keep sending me the answer. Right. Hope you have enough time, right? Yes. So you guys are good, right? Right. Super. Okay. I'm going to discuss. Right. Right. Okay. Sagar 24 එකට දාලා තරුවක් ඒ rename edit කරා. Right. Okay. Alright. So let's do this. I hope you have followed this way. Yeah? Sometimes there might be some shortcuts, but I am not recommending you to find shortcut when you are finding LCD under what the fractions, right? Under fractions, I am not recommending you to find shortcuts. So it would be better if you stick to this method. If you have any shortcuts that is 100% okay, that's okay to use. But I am not going to use them. හැම එකටම shortcut හොයාගෙන ගියාම කෙලවෙනවා. හරි? Like if you are going to find shortcuts for each and everything, කෙලවෙනවමයි. හරි? එහෙම shortcuts හොයන්න එපා යන්න එපා. හැම එකටම. සමහර ඒවා තියෙනවා. You can use shortcuts. හරි? අර for an example මේ අඩු වයසින් මිලියනපතියෙක් වෙමු. shortcut නෑ උදේ ඒවට. එහෙම වෙන්න බෑ. කවුරු එහෙම කියනවනම් මේ පොඩක් මට සෙට් කරන්න හොඳ එයා කවුරු කියනනම් ඔය අඩු වයසින් මිලියනපතියෙක් වෙමු. අඩු වයසින් මේ හොඳ වණ්ඩියක් බස්සමු. හරිද? එහෙම එකක් තියෙනවා පොඩ්ඩක් මට කියන්න මටත් මොකද වණ්ඩියක් බස්සන්න ඕනේ ඒක. හරිද? මටත් එකක් නෑ මට තියෙන්නේ බයික් එකක් විතරයි. හරිද? ඒ වගේ ඒවා එහෙම shortcut නෑ හොඳේ. එහෙම සල්ලි හොයන්න shortcut නෑ පුතේ. මහන්සි වෙන්න ඕනේ. සල්ලි හොයනවා නම් මහන්සි වෙන්න ඕනේ. කැප වෙන්න ඕන. හරිද? මේ ඔක්කොම කරන්නේ ඔයා දැනගන්න ඕනේ දෙයක් තමයි ඔයාලගේ අම්මලා තාත්තලා ඒව තාම ඔලුවට දීලා නැහැ. හරිද? ඔයාලගේ අම්මලා තාත්තලා තාම මේ දේවල් ඔලුවට දීලා නැහැ. මොකද ඒවා බර වැඩි හින්දා. ඒවා ඔයාලට දැනෙන්න දෙන්නෙත් නැහැ. ඔයාලගේ අම්මලා තාත්තලා. හරිද? මේ සෝබුදේ මේ please be conscious about those things. හරිද? මේ මිලියනපති වෙන්න ලක්ෂපති වෙන්න shortcuts නැහැ. Right? There are no shortcuts to become millionaires, right? Billionaires. Right? So you need to work hard and do the things. Right? Definitely. ඔය කට්ටිය කියනවා සතියෙන් මේකක් ගෙමු සතියෙන් කාර් එකක් බස්සමු right කාර් එකක් නෙමෙයි කියන්නේ V8 එකක් කොහොම මොකද ලොකු හාස් කියන්නේ එහෙම බෑ එහෙම කරන්න බෑ හරිද ඒවට අහු වෙන්නත් එපා හරි right don't get caught no right you might be cheating හරිද ඒගොල්ලෝ cheat කරනවා okay so when it comes to the can I use 2 to divide these two numbers yes so because 6 and 12 can be divided by using 2 right? So 2 times 3 6 2 times 6 right 15 cannot be divided by 2 so that I will keep as it is 15 right? So 3 and 6 and 15 3 cannot be divided by using 2 6 can be divided by using 2 so I am using 2 keep 3 as it is then 2 times 3 then 15 right? 3 3 15 you cannot use 2 even right dividing these three numbers so the next thing is 3 3 times 1 3 times 1 3 times 5 until you get 1 comma 1 comma 1 at the end you have to divide right you cannot use 2 or you cannot use 3 to divide this so you have to use 5 itself to divide 5 1 comma 1 comma 1 at the end so LCM would be right 2 times 3 times 5 2 times 2 4 4 times 3 12 12 times 5 60 if you get this answer your answer is correct 5 and 7 make a part easy 5 comma 7 there is a shortcut for this one as well when you are finding LCM actually no need to divide these things you have to just pick something what is the thing if you consider these two numbers 5 is not a multiple of 2 7 is not a multiple of 5 and both 5 and 7 there are no any common factors so just you have to multiply these two numbers in order to find the LCM come on right stick to this thing right? 7 times 7 is 35 right? So same thing will be obtained here so the minimum or the least prime factor that I can use to divide this one is 5 5 times 1 7 is here right 1 comma 1 right 7 times 5 ne? LCM is 7 times 5 35 done 3 8 12 so I can use 2 to divide keep 3 as it is 2 times 4 8 2 times 6 12 and then again I can use 2 because I have 4 and 6 right so to keep 3 as it is 2 times 2 4 2 times 3 6 again I have 2 here so I can use 2 to divide these numbers 3 keep as it is then 2 times 1 then 3 keep as it is right then 3 times 1 comma 1 comma 1 right right so finding LCM multiply these numbers together 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 2 times 2 4 4 times 2 8 8 times 3 24 2 times 2 4 4 times 2 8 8 times 3 24 so the answer should be 60 35 and 24 if you have these three numbers your answers are perfect right okay so addition and subtraction can you guys do the first First four things. So I will share the screen so you can refer it. Right. So the do first two may parallel current part is this one and this one. Yeah. Yes, yes. Sandalo, can you simplify the second fraction? Yes, tell me, yes. There are simplest way to simplify. Yes, you need to keep your answer in the simplest form. Yes, Carlos. Right, I will do this too. 1 minute. Make what is your right? Okay, this one is Patta easy and I'm going to stop sharing. Yes. नहीं बाहर को ध्यान नहीं है अरे क्या I do this and if you finish this try 3 and 4 as well, right? Then but when I am discussing the things please focus on the board. 3 upon 7 plus 2 upon 7, right? And the next one is 5 upon 12 plus 1 upon 12, right? Right. So the when you are adding or subtracting two fractions together, you need to remember that you need to have equal two denominators or three denominators or whatever. The denominator should be equal. That should be your LCM. That should be your common denominator. LCM becomes the common denominator. So keep that in your mind. Your denominator should be equal. Common denominator. The way you are going to obtain that is finding the LCM. Keep that in your mind. So here 7, 7. Just add the numerators 5 and 7. Right? 7, 5 upon 7. Right? 5 plus 1, 6. 6 upon 12. Right? So 6 times 1, 6 times 2. 1 upon 2 is the simplest way. Alright? So try 3 and 4. Right? And send me the answers, then I will discuss. First of all, when you are doing those things, I prefer you convert those mixed numbers into improper fractions first. Right? Please convert them into improper fractions first. Okay. Okay, with that, send me all the things. Then keep your answer in the mixed number format. Okay, super. Today keep your answer in the mixed number format for the 3 and 4. Alright. For this one and this one, please keep your answer in mixed number format. keep your answers in mixed number forms. Right. Okay. Madusanke. I think, Madusanke, can you convert this into a mixed number? Ah, right, mixed number, eh? Yes, yes. So you have to keep a space between 4 and 5. Yes. Alright, okay, buddy. So I will discuss. Mummy will discuss. Right. Focus on the board. Focus on the board. Right. Third one. Now it's 8th. So we are not having enough time to discuss. So shall we have the dinner, and after that I will discuss number 3 and number 4. So perfect timing. So then today we are meeting exactly at 8:15. Right? 8:15, 8:16. Right? So you can have the dinner, right? And I will have my, then let's do it by 8:15. Alright. Okay, guys. I'm going to discuss. Right. Right. So the third term. Right. Third term. I will do it here. 1 and 3 upon 4 plus 2 and 7 upon 8. Correct? 1 and 3 upon 4 plus 2 and 7 upon 8. So when you are doing this, there are two ways actually, right? In your grade 9 also, there are two ways to do this. Grade 9. So you have learned those two ways, right? If you want to simplify this one. But when it comes to subtraction, it might get little bit of confusing when you are having different like more than two fractions. How to do the subtraction when we are having mixed numbers. Correct? So most common way is that you can use anywhere, right? If you see some mixed numbers are there, right? Very easily you can convert those mixed numbers into an improper fraction. Then you can do the simplification like this. Correct? Right. So I will use that way. Right. So you guys are in grade 10 and 11. Correct. Now I think you know one or two things. And you know something more than the others. Right. So when you are doing this one, I prefer doing, right? Right. So I will convert this fraction into an improper fraction, and also this fraction, this mixed number, to an improper fraction as well. So that 4 times 1, 4 plus 3, 7. 8 times 2, 16. 16 plus 7 is 23, right? So now when you consider these 4 and 8, actually no need to find the LCM, right? So you know, if you use this method, 4 is not a multiple of 8, but 8 is a multiple of 4, that, so that you can convert 4 into 8. Because multiples. So in that fraction, I am going to multiply both numerator and the denominator by 2 so that I can obtain 8 as my denominator. 2 times 7, 14. 14 upon 8 here and 23 upon 8 here. So we have equal two denominators so that I can add the two numerators together. 4 plus 3, 7. 3, 37. 37 upon 9. So this is an improper fraction. So it would be better if you can keep this answer using mixed form, mixed numbers form. Right? So you know how to convert this improper fraction into an mixed number. So your denominator is 8. You need to fill your whole number part and the numerator part. 37 divided by 8. How many 8s are there for 37? 4, right? So 8 times 4, 32. What is the rest that you are going to add to this 32 in order to get 37? That is 5. So your answer is 4 and 5 upon 8. You guys need to understand the concept. And you ඔයාලගේ ඔළුවට පුතේ යන්නේ මම කිව්වා. හරිද? එතකොට ඔයාලගේ ඔළුවේ රයිම් වෙනවනේ මේක. එතකොට you might get the best out of this. හරි? Right. Fourth one, 1 and 5 upon 12, 1 and 5 upon 12, not 1 times 5 upon 12 plus 7 upon 18. Now you cannot do this like that. First of all, I will do the basic thing. So I told you earlier, equal mark, right? The denominator is 12. Here the denominator is 80 plus. So I will convert this mixed number into an improper fraction so that 12 times 1 is 12, 12 plus 5 is 17. 17 upon 12. Here 7. Same thing. So now you cannot use the previous way. 12 is not a multiple of 18, 18 is not a multiple of 12. So that you have to find the LCM in order to do this. Alright? So here you have 12, 18. Alright? Divide it by 2 first. 2 times 6, 2 times 9. Again 6 can be divided by using 2, 3, again 9. Again 3 times 1, 3. Again you can use 3. 1, 1. So if you multiply these numbers together, you can find out what is your LCM. LCM is 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. 2 times 2, 4, 4 times 3, 12, 12 times 3, 36. So you need to convert 12 into 36, 8 into 36. You know how to do that. Right? You know how to do that. I will use a different way. Right? Your familiar method is this name. Make a familiar method. 7 upon 12. Right? Multiply 12 by 3 and numerator also by 3. 7 upon 18 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2. So this is your familiar way. You are very familiar with this method. Alright? So I am going to do it in a different way. So some of you might familiar with this, some of you may not. Some of you might familiar with this, and some of you might not. Right. So this is the familiar way. I will do this by using your familiar way first. Then I will use my second way. That would be a great method if you can practice out when you are doing the fraction things. Right. So when it comes to here, and when it comes to here, this is the familiar way with you. So 17 times 3 means 3 times 7, 21. 3 times 1, 3 plus 2, 5. 12 times 3, 36. Plus then 7 times 2, 40. Denominator is 36. Alright. So equal mark. Denominators are equal 36, 36. 51 plus 40. So 1 plus 4, 5. 5 plus 1, 6. 65 upon 36. Right? So this is an improper fraction. Convert it into mixed number. How many 36 are there? 36s are there for 65? Only one. So get the subtraction. 9, 5 minus 3, 2, 29. So this should be your answer. So this is the most familiarized method with you. But when it comes to this place, right, method, I will use a different way, right? So the final answer would not be changed, right? So I will do it here. Right. So from here onwards, I am going to change the way when a method, right? I will rewrite this step again. Right? I am going to rewrite this step again. 17 upon 12 plus 7 upon 18. So earlier we found our LCM is 36. We earlier found our LCM is 36. Least common multiple is 36. So this LCM becomes our common denominator, right? On the other hand, when it is under the fraction things, right, this LCM becomes our common denominator, right? So if it is acting as our common denominator, I can use this way. Longer division, right? I have extended my division up to here to here, right? So common denominator is 36. So I can use that. Right? I already know this 12 can be converted into 36, 18 can be converted into 36. So for both of these denominators, my common denominator is 36. If you practice this method, make a patta easy. This one is the patta easiest method, right? To simplify the fractions. Right. So I am going to do this. Right? How many 12s are there for 36? How many 12s are there for 36? Same thing I am going to do. Same thing. I am going to reduce the steps. I'm going to reduce current steps. How many 12s are there for 36? 3. Okay. 3 into this. 3 into 17. 3 into 17. You know that. If you know, you can easily write this. Right? Here you have 18. Here you have 18. How many 18s are there for 36? 2. 2 times 7, 14. Right? Actually, no need to write this. 2 times 7. Actually, no need to write this. You can simplify and you can just put this is 14. Right? And this is 51. 51. Then what you have to do? 51 plus 14. Right? 51 plus 14, 65. 65 divided by 36. So make same answer. Right? So if you convert this improper fraction into an mixed number, it will give you 1 and 29 upon 36. Right? Same thing. So if you practice this method would become the easiest one to solve. Right? Otherwise, rewriting these things and wasting your time. Right? Repeat karna 3, 3, 2, 2, blah, blah, right? So on and so forth. So if you practice this method can save you like 4 to 5 seconds. Then how do you save? You have no idea what is the value of 4, 5 seconds. Yet that 4, 5 seconds are very valuable in your O levels. So you need to save at least 4 to 5 seconds, right? When you are simplifying, right? The questions in your O levels. Right? You can save more 4, 5 seconds in each and every question when you are simplifying. Right? It is up to you. So that you can save a lot of minutes in your O level exam. You can save a lot of minutes. Right? Right? So keep that in your mind. Right? If you practice this method, you might feel that this is longer. But this will be very easier when it compares to that one. So you need to understand. Let's do some more in the future. So still we didn't come to the proper things. Fraction still the basic things that we are discussing. Basic foundation so that you can get a boost when it comes to the real fraction things. Alright. Okay. Let's do the things on the other page. Page number 4. Give it a try. Fifth one, sixth one, right? Fifth one, sixth one. Then eighth one. Then ninth and 10th. What do you got? Fifth one, sixth one, eighth one, and ninth and 10th. I will share the screen. I told you to do this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. No, that is all okay, may one thing. That's why I told you can save some few seconds if you use my method. It seems you are not familiar with this method, ne? පුදේ ඔයාලා අර මම කලින් කරපු method එකත් එක්ක familiar නැද්ද මේ some of you might familiar මගේ paper class ආව නම් grade 9 වල you might familiar with that මම මේක කරා paper class මේ please put y or n right yes or no in the chat if you are familiar with the method that I have already did earlier ඔයාලා මගේ grade 9 වගේ paper class එකට ආව නම් you are familiar with that otherwise you might not some කොහෙද හරි ඔයාලට හම්බෙලා ඇති මේ method එක but ඔයාලා you might not familiar ඔයාලට මතක නැතුව ඇති සමහරට මේ method right yes mate yes කියලා දාලා දිනා ගොඩක් would you send me the answers for these fractions in a single message type your answer put a comma type your answer put a comma type your answer put a comma then send this message to me then I can identify who finishes first එතකොට මට බලා ගන්න පුළුවන් කවුද පළවෙනියටම මේක ඉවර කරලා තියෙන්නේ කියලා හරි do it fast don't think too much do it fast when it is necessary find LCM that LCM is your common denominator that is the මේ method එකත් එක්ක familiar තුන් දෙනාද නෑ පුතේ අනිත් කට්ටිය please send me answer if you are familiar with that method please send me y if you are not familiar with that send me no ගණන් හදනවන්නේ හදන්න Mariam not familiar right or Deshira Manushika okay no Madhi yes okay that method is very simple one හරිද ඒක පට්ට easy when you practice because you can save your time ඔයාලට time එක save වෙනවා කියලා දැනෙන්නේ නැහැ but at Charani no auntie Sira Teruli no really Adi yeah Marasini in grade time also ඒ සර්ලා කියලා දෙන්නේ නැති ඔයාලට මතක නැහැ ඒකයි ඔය කියන්නේ එහෙම වෙන්න බෑ So your LCM becomes the common denominator. Right? Okay. Generally, yes. Okay, okay, do it. Again, I am receiving only 4 answers from Hiruja as well. Where is your final answer, Hiruja? Alright. I will give you another small break at around 9:15. 9:15. So for the 60 it should be 12,160. Okay. Today all your meaning now. Alright. So you mean you are I don't know. You were asking from me the previous videos, well, previous recordings. Right. I'll reply to it. I'll my reply done. Madam, I them mother for you. ඉතින් උත්තර එවුණත් දුවලා පොඩ්ඩක් ඒවට මේ at least one answer එකක් හරි එවන්න බලන්න හරිද? නැත්තම් ඔයගොල්ලෝ අර demotivate වෙයි යඩේ මට.
Okay, I'm done, sir. I'm going to type now. Okay.
Okay. One upon what? 7th one. Did I ask you to do 7th one? 5th, 6th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. Okay. However, I will give you another. Now it is 8:48. I will give you 2 minutes until 8:50. Then I will begin discussing. මම ඊට පස්සේ පටන් ගන්නවා discuss කරන්න. Okay. Okay. Telulia send me all the answers. Super. This was little hard. No. No way. Even the bad. Manishika is sending me answers little bit little. Here. Iruja vargeකුත් type කළා right? Equal to the power 2. Last one. Okay. That's okay. When you are practicing these things, හරිද? it will get very lazy. හරිද? ඔයාලා practice කරන්නේ නැහැ. හරි? කවුද? යෙමිත් ඉන්නවද? යෙමිත්. Sorry, යෙමිත් නෙමෙයි. ලිනුක නෑනේ. Today, when I am discussing the things, please check your answers, okay? Right. Okay. Now it is 8:50. Right. Now I am going to discuss. Right. I'm going to stop sharing the screen. So now focus on the board and keep your eyes on the board. Don't do anything. Right? Now try to catch the pattern. Now the very easiest one is fifth one. Right? Page number 4. Right? Page number 4. Fifth one. What I see 3/4 minus 7/8. Right? 3/4 minus 7/8 equal mark. Right? 4 and 8. Before finding the LCM, you might do this as a best practice. You might do this one. What? 4 is not a multiple of 8, but 8 is a multiple of 4. So that your 4 can be converted into 8 easily. So that your LCM become 8. Alright? So you know your common denominator is 8. I am using my method, the earlier way, right? Earlier method that I told you to do, so that you can save your time. Right. So you know that already 8 should be your common denominator for this one. I am not going to use your familiar method. Multiplying both numerator and denominator same number and getting the equal denominators, blah 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 thing. I am not going to use that. Right? So I am going to do this method. So some students are not familiar with this method. That is the case. Right? I was wondering what happened. මොදන්න සමහර විට ඒ සර්ලා ඔයාලට කියලා දීලා තියෙනවා ඇති. සමහර විට you might forget that. හරිද? You might forget that method. This method. හරි, this one is somewhat basic method. හරිද? The earlier one, you are going to multiply 4/2 and 3/2 and getting the denominators equal. That is an old way. That is the familiarized method with you. But this method is one of the easiest way. If you practice, right, you can save a lot of time. Right? Be familiarized with this method and do more questions from this one. Right? Do it and the frequency you solve these kind of questions will take this method to your mind, so that you can remember that thing. So however, if you find LCM, it would be 8. Right? How many 4s are there for 8? 2. 2 times 3, 6. 2 times 3, 6. How many 8s are there for 8? 1. 1 times 7, 7. So here you have negative sign. Right. Now 6 minus 7. Right? 6 minus 7. So two directed numbers you have to subtract. Right? So 7 minus 6, 1. 1/8. Is this correct? No, because this is not positive one, right? 6 minus 1 is negative 1. Two directed numbers. Still, you are having some problems of simplifying two directed numbers. That is the case. Right. So this is the answer for the fifth one. Yes. Then sixth one, 5/12 minus 7/80. Right. So two different denominators. So 12 is not a multiple of 18, 8 is not a multiple of 12, and 12 and 18 have both have common factors, but you do not know the LCM name. You have to find it. Right? So the 12 and 18 we have earlier also found that, right? So it is 36 something if I remember, right? So you know the way how to find LCM. 2 times 6, 2 times 9. Again I can divide using 2 times 3, right? Then again 9. Then you can use 3, 1, 3. Then until you get 1, 1 at the end, quotient becomes 1. You have to divide. So the LCM would be 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. 2 times 2, 4, 3, 36. Yes. So your common denominator will be 36. So I will use the shortest way, not your familiarized method. So you already know that method, how to do it. So you are not familiarized with this method. Now I will do it in this way. Right? How many 12s are there for 36? 3. 3 into 5, 15. Minus. How many 18s are there for 36? 2.
2.
Yes. 2 times 7, 40. Alright, 40. Right. So the 15 minus 40, 1. 1 upon 36. Done. Alright. Then next one. ඔන්න මගේ අතේ තිබ්බ මේක නැති. හරි මගේ අතේ තියෙනවා එකපාරටම ඉරු දෙනවා. හරි. Right. So 7th one. 5 and 3 upon 5 minus 3 and 7 upon 12. So as the first step, these are mixed numbers, so that I will convert these mixed numbers into improper fractions first, so that it is one of the easiest way that I can do when you are simplifying the fractions. When you are simplifying the fractions. There is another method to simplify this, but I would prefer convert these mixed numbers into an improper fraction so that you can do easily the simplification. Right. Denominator is 5. And here also the denominator is 12. 5 times 5, 25 plus 3, 28. 28 upon 5. 12 times 3, 36. 36 plus 7, 42. 36 plus 7, 43. Right. Now you have two different denominators now. 5 is not a multiple of 12. 12 is not a multiple of 5. And 5 and 12 both do not have any common denominators. Sorry, common factors. If those three conditions are satisfied, you can just multiply the denominators together and get the LCM. But take something from it. I will repeat it again. You need to check first. This 5 is not a multiple of 12. Not a multiple of 12. 12 is not a multiple of 5. 2. Third one. 5 and 12 both do not have any common factors. 5 and 12 both do not have any common factors. That is the third. None of the third three conditions are satisfied. එකක්වත් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. No. Not. හැම වෙලෙම not. හරි. 5 is not a multiple of 12. 12 is not a multiple of 5. So 5 and 12 both do not have any common factors. So multiply these together. You can have the LCM. 5 times 12, 60. Right? No need to waste your time to find LCM by dividing these two numbers. But for this, you need to definitely find LCM. You cannot use this way. 5 times 12, 60. You cannot apply this. Why is that? What is the reason? Shall we find the first condition? 12 is not a multiple of 18. No. Okay. 8 is not a multiple of 12. Okay, that is also okay. Second one is not satisfying. Right? Third one, 12 and 18 both have common factors. Have it is satisfying. So that you need to find LCM. But when it comes to here, right? So first one is not satisfying. Second one is not satisfying, but the third one is satisfying. Common factors are there, so you need to find LCM. But when it comes to here, first one, 5 is not a multiple of 12, 12 is not a multiple of 5. First one and second one are not satisfied. Third one, both 5 and 12 do not have any common factors. Do not have any. So it is not satisfied. Right? So no need to find LCM. LCM, don't find LCM, just multiply these together and have the common denominator. Right? But you cannot do it here because third one is not satisfying, right? It is like you have a common factors. So that definitely you need to find LCM. Right. 5 and 12, right? So you're 60. Then, how many 5s are there for 60? That is 12, right? 12. So 12 into 28. I will write it like this. 12 into 28 minus. How many 12s are there for 60? 5. 5 into 43. Right? 5 into 43. So do the multiplication and get the answer. 12 times 28. 2 times 8. Here 56. 6. 336 minus 43 times 5. 5 times 3, 15. 5 times 4, 20, 21. Then get the subtraction. 6 minus 5, 1. 3 minus 1, 2. 3 minus 2, 1. 121 and over 60. So here, you can keep this as an mixed number. This is a improper fraction. So 60 is your denominator. How many 60s are there for 121? 2. 2 times 60 means 120, right? So you have to add 1. Right. That is 7. Now I am going, sorry, that is 8. Not 7, 8. Right. Now I will do 9th one. There
Are we doing the seventh?
are they?
Are we doing the seventh one?
But no, if you want, I will do. Shall I do?
Okay. No.
Uday, mama ganu seventh one. Hey, mama pura easy in the gather. Come on, I will do. Right. Right, 7th one. 2 and 1 upon 3 minus 1 and 1 upon 2. Correct? So, first of all, I am going to convert these mixed numbers into improper fractions. Now, try to catch the pattern, right? That's why I am always repeating the same steps so that you can get the full idea to your knowledge, your memory. So, denominator is 3, subtract, denominator is 2. 3 times 2, 6, 6 plus 1, 7. 2 times 1, 2, 2 plus 1, 3. This. So, here, first condition 3 is not a multiple of 2. Second condition 2 is not a multiple of 3. Third one 3 and 2 both do not have any common factors. Common not. So just multiply this one and this one together and get the common denominator. 3 times 2 6. Right. If one of these three conditions is yes, If one of these three conditions that I am saying is yes, you have to definitely find LCM. LCM. Are there? Alright. How many threes are there for 6? 2. 2 times 7, 14. How many twos are there for 6? 3. 3 times 3, 9. So the 14 minus 9, 5. 5 upon 6. That is your 7. Alright. I will do the 8th one. This is 8th one. 5 and 3 upon 5 minus 3 and 7 upon 12 equal mark. I will convert these mixed numbers into
Excuse me, sir.
how
We did that, sir.
make a
You already did that, sir.
Victor make source. Thank you. Arun. So I have to do 9th and name. What visu me whether the E. So 2 upon 3 plus 3 upon 5 minus 5 upon 0. Correct? Minus 5 upon 0. Right. So the here 2 upon 3 plus 3 upon 5 minus 5 upon 7. We have more than 2 fractions. Definitely find LCM if you have more than 2 fractions. Keep that in your mind. Alright. Definitely find LCM if you have more than 2 fractions. 2, about 3. Alright. Definitely find LCM. So the here you have 3, 5, and 7. So none of these can be divided by using 2. So the least common least prime factor is 3. 3 times 1. Then write 5 as it is, 7 as it is. Then next number is 5 until you get 1, 1, 1 and 10. You have to divide these. Then these 3 numbers can be divided by using 7. 1, 1, 1. Right? So the your LCM will be equal to 3 times 5, 15, 15 times 7. So you have to multiply these 3 numbers together. 7 times 5, 35. Remainder is 3. 7 times 1, 3. 7 times 1, 7. 105. Right? So your LCM is 105. That means your common denominator is 105. Keep that in your mind. So the equal mark. I am not going to use your familiarized method, but I will use this method. Your common denominator is 105. That is your LCM. How many threes are there for 105? How many threes? 35. 35 into 2. 35 into 2. 35 into 2. Right? 70. Right? So I will write it. How many threes are there for 105? How many threes are there for 105? Right? I will teach you another small trick when it comes to here. If you have 3 numbers like this, 3 into 5 into 7, you know the common denominator is 105. Correct? Common denominator is 105. And you are finding how many threes are there for 105. How many threes are there for 105? You are going to multiply these two numbers together there. 5 times 3. Sorry, 5 times 7, 35. There are 35 threes. 35 threes for 105. 5 times 7. Right? So that 2 multiplied by 35. Plus. How many 5s are there for 105? Right? How many 5s are there for 105? 3 into 7. 3 into 7, 25. 21 fives are there. 3 into 21. Alright. Minus. Alright. Now we have the other. Alright. How many sevens are there for 105? How many sevens are there for 105? Multiply 3 into 5, 15. 15 sevens are there for 105. 15 into 5. Right? 5 into 15. That is one of the tricks you can use. Equal 2 times 35, 70 plus this one 63. Then 75, right? 105. Equal mark. And these two together, 70 plus 63, right? 3, 133. Subtract 75 from it. 13, 8, 58. 58 upon 105. 58 upon 105. So this should be your answer. Right? Mega answer. Right. But if you use the all day, you need to get the answer. This one as the answer, right? Right. උදේ ඉන්නකම් කියන නම්බරකට තේ එකක් එහෙම හදලා ගෙනත් දෙන්න කියලා මම ඉස්සලා කිව්වේ. හරිද? හරි. ඒ තේ වල තියෙන කැෆේන් වලින් ඔයාලගේ මතකය මොකද වෙන්නේ? මතකය නෙමෙයි සෝරි නිදිමත නැති කරනවා. හරි. X 3 and 3 upon 12 minus 2 and 5 upon 6 plus 1 and 13 upon 80. Right. Now again you have three fractions. Again you have three fractions now. Alright. Definitely find what the LCM. Alright. So now you have 12, 6, 80. Make it LCM should be like 36 away now. Well, 36 can be divided by using all three numbers. Alright. But let's see. So first of all, I will use 2. 2 times 6, 2 times 3, 2 times 9. Right here again 2 times 3, 3, 9. Then I can use 3, 1, 1, 3. Again I can use 3, 1, 1, 1. So the LCM, yes, 2 times, 2 times, 3 times 3. It is 2 times 2, 4, 36. Your LCM will be 36. That is your common denominator. Right. First of all, I will convert this mixed number into an improper fraction. 12 times 3, 36. 36 plus 3, 39. Right. 6 times 2, 12. 12 plus 5, 17. Right. Here 18. 18 times 1, 18. 18 plus 30. 18 plus 30. Right. 11. 31. Right. 31. Right. So you know the common denominator. Common denominator is 36. Common denominator is 36. How many 12s are there for 36? 3. 3 times 39. 3 times 39. You have to simplify. Minus. How many 6s are there for 36? 6. 6 times 70. Plus. How many 18s are there for 36? 2. 2 times 31. You know that, and I will write it like this. Right? 3 times 39. 3 times 9, 27. Remainder is 2. 3 times 3, 9. 9 plus 2, 11. Minus. 6 times 70. 6 times 7, 42. Oh, 100, 102. Then plus 2 times this one, 62. Right? Common denominator is 36. Right? Right. Okay. So first of all, then I will do the subtraction here. 117 minus 102. 117 minus 102 will give 15. Right? 15 plus this. 7. 6 plus 1. 7. 77 upon 36. This is an improper fraction. Right? How many 36s are there for? 77. I think 2, right? 2 times 36, 72. 72 plus 5.
Excuse me, sir.
Over again.
Sir, can you teach me the trick that you taught before?
Right. Okay. We are going to do the page number 5. So you are very familiar with that. Right? You are very familiar with that. Right? Dividing a fraction by a fraction. So you know how to multiply fractions by fractions means. So we have done a lot inside these questions. අපි මේව ඇතුලේ කරා. හරි? Right? So page number 5. First part. 3 upon 4 divided by 7 upon 8. Right? Dividing the fraction by a fraction or a whole number. Now dividing a fraction by a fraction. Right? So you have to do only two things. Dividing a fraction by a whole number, dividing a fraction by a fraction. If you know how to divide a fraction by a fraction, whole number by dividing a what was it? Misugi's asked what I know. කවුද? Sir, question number 10 එකට answer question 6 and 47 upon 36. මම බලන්න පුතේ ඒක. හරි. අපරාධ මම කලින් එක දැක්කම ඒක මට බලන්න තිබ්බා. Right? So now I will end this up and I will again check. Right? Right. So this one, right? If you know how to divide a fraction by another fraction, right? So it is nothing to divide the fraction by a whole number. Right. So if you have division mark here, you know how to do this. 3 upon 4. Division mark can be converted into multiplication so that you have to get the reciprocal of this fraction. Reciprocal of this fraction is 7. Right? So then you can simplify numerator and the denominator. Right? 3 times 2, 6. 1 times 7, 7. This is your numerator and the denominator of the fraction when you have simplified it. Right? When you are dividing, the thing you need to remember is when you have the divide mark, right? Divide operation, you can convert it into multiplication. At the same time, you need to get the reciprocal of the right hand side fraction like this. Right? You have to exchange the numerator and the denominator. This is 7 upon 8, this is 8 upon 8, 7. Then cut the numerators and denominators and finally represent your answer in the simplest form. Right? Okay, do the rest. Do the third one, second one, third one, and fourth one. Why you are using bottomless rule for that? Negative bottomless ගන්න අවශ්‍ය නැහැ. Just addition and subtractions. No need to apply bottomless rule because we do not have any brackets, we do not have any multiplications, and we do not have any offs, right? And we do not have, right? We just only have additions and subtractions. No, that's not relevant, right? So I will do it in the other way as well. Right, send me the numerator, sorry, three values to be added or subtracted. Please send me the numerators and denominators. Right? Then we have to subtract. Yes. Right, I will show that. Right? Why we are using bottomless to simplify that? That is the question. This is just addition and subtraction. I will explain you this after this one. After, right? First, send me the answers for the second one, third one, and fourth one. Then I will discuss. Then after that, I will let you know this. I am receiving the answer, right? Okay. So go to yeah. Well, I am having some different answers for the second one. Yemit, you have to check the second answer. What is your name? Right, okay, guys, time's up. Right. Time's up. I will discuss. May what I see. Right. Look at the board. Here you have 5 upon 12. Right? Equal mark 5 upon 12. Divide mark, so division mark, convert into multiplication 12 upon 7. 12 times 1, 12 times 1. Answer is 5 upon 7. Done. Convert this mixed number into an improper fraction first. So 3 times 2, 6 plus 1, 7. Division mark. Here denominator is 2. 2 times 1, 2. 2 plus 1, 3. Right? So you know what's happened with this. Then 7 upon 3. This is division mark. Convert it into multiplication. Right? Change upside down. That is reciprocal. 2 upon 3. And you know how to multiply a fraction by a fraction. Right? 7 upon 3 multiply this. 7 times 2, 14. 14 upon 3. Sorry, 14 upon 9. So this is an improper fraction. Convert it into a mixed number. Right? Denominator is 9. How many 9s are there for 14? Only 1. 9 times 1, 9. How many numbers? Right. So what is the rest that you need to add? Right? 9. So you have to add 5. So the answer is 1 and 5 upon 9 for this one. Fourth one, equal mark. First of all, I am going to convert these mixed numbers into an improper fractions. 5 times 5, 25, 25 plus 3, 28. Then keep my division here. 12 times 3, 36, 36 plus 7, 36 plus 7, 43, right? 43, 43 divided by 12, right? So 28 upon 5 multiplication. So change upside down, right? 43 numerator and denominator should be changed. That means your reciprocal of this fraction again. Right? So can you simplify this furthermore? No, just multiply the numerators and the denominators. 28 times 12, right? 28 times 12, 56, 8, 1. 13, 336. Divide by 43 times 5. 5 times 3, 15. 5 times 4, 20, 21. Right? This is it. Right. So this is an improper fraction. So keep this in the mixed number form. Right? There are 1, 215 for 336. So get the subtraction. 6 upon 6 minus 5, 1, 3 minus 1, 2, 3 minus 2, 1. This is your answer. Right? 1 and 121 upon 250. Right? Oh, again.
In the second one, it is 5 over 12 divided by 7 over 18. You have written 7 over 12.
Ah, yeah. This is 7 upon 80. Sorry. Thank you, Neil. Ito naman po, visual kill, right? Right. About 12. Multiplication. Change upside down. Reciprocal. 12 and 18 can be simplified furthermore. From 6 times 2, 6 times 3, right? 5 times 3, 15. 2 times 7, 40. Right? 15 upon 40. Improper fraction. Denominator is 40. Right? How many 40s are there for 15? 1. 1. 1 and 1 upon 40. Thank you there. Right. Then what was the question from the way? Yes. So Buddha, in the earlier question in the 10th one, right? Yes, 10th one in the page number 4, right? Page number 4, 10th one. The finally the denominators that we had there is right? 171. Sorry, 117 minus 102 plus 62. Whatever the denominator, right? What are denominator? Doesn't matter. So why we are applying BODMAS here? Hey, BODMAS done. We have to just subtract these two numbers and add a final number. Alright. So when it comes to here, very simply. Just forget 62. Now obtain the answer 117 minus 102. Pudema, I am explaining the previous question at the page number 4, x. Right? So I am explaining this. Alright. Now forget 62. Whether 62 you had 62 earlier, forget that. What is the value of this? 117 minus 102. So it will give you more than 50. Right? Then here you had 62, then plus 62. right? 7, 7, 77. Right? So if I do it in another way, if I do it in another way, sorry, I will do the addition first. Addition is right? Addition is 117. We have negative 102 plus 62. I will do these two together. 117 plus 62. 117 plus 62. Right? So what is the value? 7 plus 2, 9. 1 plus 6, 7. 179. Then from this 179, I am going to subtract 102. Right? What is the value? What is the value? 9 minus 2, 7. 7 minus 0, 7. 77. Same thing. Right? Uh, 162 plus. උදේ මෙතන තියෙන්නේ මේ positive 102 නෙමෙයි. This is negative 102. Subtract 102. This is not positive. So you cannot take it as positive, right? This is one negative one. Right. Right. Okay. So I am not going to do, right? I am not going to do the review exercise. Maybe basics tick I am not going to do. Right. Now I have done a lot of things from that. Again, good up there. Page number 5 last one. Right. And let's do something like this. Right. In the page number 6, question number 8 and question number 9. Sorry, question number 7. Question number 7. Question number 7. Page number 6. Question number 7. Part D. Part D. Right? Then do part E. Right? Part E. And yes. Part E. Part G. And part H. Please do this. I'll give you 4 minutes to do. Right? I will give you 4 minutes. Here you have to use Bodmer's rule. Na? You have to use Bodmer's rule. Part D is 1/2 of 4/5 plus 2/5. Part E, inside bracket 4 and 1/2 minus 3/5 close bracket multiply 1 and 2/30. Part G 4/5 of 2 and 2/5 divide by 1 and 1 upon 2. Today, why I am doing these things is still some of you guys are getting wrong answers for these things. So you need to remove those things from your mindset. You need to get the correct concept. H is 2 and 2 upon 5. Divide by 1 and 1 upon 2. Multiply 4 upon 5. You have to use Podmas rule. Right, in order. I will give you another 3 minutes. Right. Today, I'm going to board එක වැරදි ලියුවොත් එහෙනම් පොඩ්ඩක් කියන්න ඕනේ. මයික් එක ඔන් කරලා කියන්න. මට මේ මම බෝඩ් එක ගාව ඉන්නකොට මට මේක chat එක පේන්නේ නැහැ නේ ඔයාලා මේ එහෙම දැම්මට. හරි. Turn on the mic and tell. Today, do D, E, G, and H. කට්ටිය කැමරාස් ඔෆ් කරලා නිදියන්න ඒවා උදේ. මල ගෙලියයි. නිදියන්න ඒවා. එක දවසක් පොඩි පන්තියක හරි 9 වසරේ ඒ මේ දුවේ කරේ යා හොඳට වැඩ කරනවා හරි සුපිරි මීටරයක් මනුස්සයා නිින්ද ගියා. අම මැසේජ් එකක් දානවා සර් දුවට නිින්ද ගියා. මේ හැබැයි මේ ඒක 8:00මාර පැනලා ඒ කියන්නේ last 15 minutes වල මේ සර් දුවට නිින්ද ගියා මේ මම කොහොම ආරේ කමන්න නැහැ කිව්වා. කැමරා ඔෆ් කරලා ඉන්න කමන්න නැහැ කට්ටිය නිදා ගන්න එපා. හරි. So focus on the board, eyes on the board, right? So I am going to apply BODMAS here. Make it right? BODMAS. So first of all, we are going to simplify brackets, right? We have here brackets until I get a single fraction, right? Single fraction. Until I get the single fraction, I will simplify these fractions. May fractions I will add until I get a single fraction inside my bracket. Right? Okay. Equal mark 1 upon 2 of. I am not going to touch this of. Right? I will focus on this one only. Right? 4 plus 2. Denominators are equal. Right? If you have equal denominators, just add the numerators. 4 plus 2, 6. Now this is a single fraction, so that I am not going to use my bracket here because I have already a single fraction. Right? Now B is done. Now do we have O of? Yes. So we are going to do these two fractions. Left hand side fraction of this word of, right hand side of this word of, right hand side fraction. Only these two fractions we have to do what? The meaning of is you have to multiply these two together. 6 upon 5. Right? So the numerator and denominator, you can simplify denominators and numerators furthermore. 2 times 1, 2 times 3. 1 times 3, 3. 1 times 5, 5. 3 upon 5. Done. Alright. Part E. I am going to apply BODMAS. Right? Do we have brackets? Yes, I am going to simplify bracket first until I get a single fraction inside the bracket. Right? Until I get a single fraction inside the bracket, I am going to simplify this. Right. So here I have a bracket. So I am going to first pick this brackets. Right. So this is an mixed number. I am converting it into an improper fraction. 2 times 4, 8. 8 plus 1, 9. 9 upon 2 minus 3 upon 5. So I am not going to touch this, but I can convert this mixed number into an improper fraction. That is okay, because I am not going to multiply it. Right? In this step, I can convert this mixed number into an improper fraction, so that is okay. Yeah? All the improper fractions, all the mixed numbers can be converted into improper fractions at the first stage without touching any operation. Correct? I am not going to do this. So 13 times 100, then 15 upon 30. That's all. Alright. Now I am going to simplify this. Here 2 and 5. So 2 is not a multiple of 5. 5 is not a multiple of 5. So 2 and 5 both do not have any common factors. Any common factors you cannot find. So 2 times 5 will be given as 10 is your common denominator. Put brackets. How many 2's are there for 10? 5. 5 times 9, 45. How many 5's are there for 10? 2. 2 times 3, 6. Multiply 15 upon 13. Equal mark. 45 minus 6. 45 minus 6. 39. Right? 39 upon 10. Multiply by 15 upon 30. So, can you simplify numerators and denominators? Can you have any common factors? Yes. 5 times 2, 10. 5 times 3, 15. 13 times 1, 13 times 3. 3 times 3, 9. 2 times 1, 2. This is an improper fraction. You can keep it as a mixed number. So, your denominator is 2. How many 2's are there for 9? There are 4 2's. 2 times 4, 8. 8 plus 1, 9. This is your final answer for the part E. Part G. Right? So, brackets done. There is no of. There are no any divisions. So, multiplications. We have done multiplications. Then, no addition and subtraction other than that of this inside bracket. Correct? What is it? Yeah. Right? So, applying BODMAS. Can you find any brackets? No. Cancel it out. Can you find any offs? Yes, you can find. So where is your off? This is off. Before that, if we have any mixed numbers, we can convert those mixed numbers into improper fractions first. So without touching any off or division or any other operation, I am going to convert all the mixed numbers into improper fractions. I will rewrite this, right? 5 times 2, 10 plus 2, 12, 12 upon 5. Here you have division, keep as it is, not going to do anything for that. 2 times 1, 2 plus 3. So, no brackets, they are off. When you are simplifying, right, off, you need to bracket your left hand side fraction and right hand side fraction of this word off. Right, because you are going to simplify these two fractions until you get a single fraction inside that. Alright. So the equal mark, this is 4 upon 5. Alright, 4 upon 5. This is of means multiplication 12 upon 5. So what I see, you know that. Division, I am not going to touch this until I get a single fraction here. 4 times 12, 48. 5 times 5, 25. Divide by 3 upon 2. Now of thing is okay. Now do we have divisions? Yes. Megadina. We have to simplify divisions. 48 divided by 25. This division can be converted into multiplication 2 upon 3. Right? Can we simplify numerators and denominators? Right? Yes. 3 times 1, 3 times 16. Right? Numerator 16 times 2, 32. 25 times 25. Improper fraction, you can keep this as n mixed number. How many 25s are there for 32? 1. What is the remaining part? 7. Done. No multiplications, no additions, no subtractions. Right? I am going to apply Woodmus here. Right? I am going to apply Woodmus here. First of all, I am not going to do anything other than that of converting my mixed numbers into an improper fractions. That is the first thing that I am going to do. Here 2 and 5 upon 2 can be converted into 5 times 2, 10 plus 12. 10 plus 2, 12. Division mark. 2 times 1, 2 plus 3, 3 upon 2. Done. 4 upon 5. Now I can use Woodmus. Do we have brackets? No. Do we have offs? No. Do we have divisions? Yes. So I am going to do division. So this side fraction and this side fraction I am going to do the division. So put a bracket to this side and this side fraction. Right? 12 upon 5 until I get a single fraction inside this bracket. Right? I have to simplify. Division mark can be converted into multiplication so that we have to take the reciprocal of the other fraction. Multiply 4 upon 5. Right? So, can we simplify the numerator and denominator? Yes. 3 times 1, 3 times 4. Right? 4 times 2, 8. 8 divided by 5. Multiply 4 upon 5. So, my division part is okay. Do we have multiplications? Yes. We are going to do this. Maybe here. Now we can simplify this. 8 times 4. 8 times 4. 32. 5 times 5. 25. Alright. Right. Equal mark. Again same thing, right? Yes. 1 and 7 upon 25. Alright. Right. Same thing, eh? Yeah. मेरे point side है. अरे දැන් කට්ටිය නිදිමත එන වෙලාවනේ. දැන් තමයි fraction පටන් ගන්න. ඒක මට අවුලදී. Yes, Nilanya, send me the answers. Could you check your answers in this one? මේකත් එක check කරගන්න. Yes. Right. Right, but do you have any questions from this? මේක මොනවද ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවද? මොනවා හරි තියෙනවද මේකේ? Anything?
No, sir.
Right.
No, sir.
Okay. Yours කීයද යන්න ඕනේ yours? Yours at what time you need to leave? අපි දාම fraction පාඩම් පටන් ගන්න. ඔයාලට අමාරුයිද? අමාරුයි නේ. මම දන්නවා අමාරුයි කියලා. but any time boss. Sir කීයද class ඉවර වෙන්නේ කියලා අහනවා. හැබැයි any time. Mati is saying no. she's yes. පුතේ මේ මොනවද? ඔන්ලයින් ක්ලාස් වල තියෙන මේ වාසිය තමයි මේ ඔයාලගේ මේ ටයිම් එක ගොඩක් ඉතුරු වෙනවා හරි. ටයිම් එක අර යන්න තියෙන දුර, එන්න තියෙන දුර හරිද? ඒවා ඔක්කොම ඉතුරු වෙනවනේ. ඊට පස්සේ you are at home නේ. හරිද? එතකොට අර refreshing thing නේ. ඔයාලා refresh වෙනවා. හරි? So ඒකේ වාසියක් තියෙනවද? And if you want anytime you can watch the recording. අපේ කාලේම නම් එහෙම බෑ හරි. එක දවසක් හරි පන්තිය කට්ටුනොත් එහෙම මේ ඉවරයි තමයි. මේක අල්ල ගන්න හම්බෙන්නේ නැහැ. හරිද? මොකද සර්ගෙන් ගිහිල්ලා අහන්න ය. ඒස කාලේ හිටපු සර්ලා හැම යක්කුවාගේ හරි ළඟට යන්න බය බෑ. උඩ රවුල විතරයි වවලේ ඉන්නේ. හරිද? අර නිකන් ප්‍රභාකරන් වගේ ඉඩිය ළඟට යන්න එහෙම බෑ. මේ ඉතින් කවුරුත් ගිහිල්ලා ප්‍රශ්න අහන්නේ නැහැ. සර්ගෙන් සර් මට මේක තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ මේක කියලා දෙන්න. එයාලා කියන්නෙත් නැහැ. තේරෙන්නේ නැත්නම් අහන්න කියලා කෙනා. ඔෆිස් එකට ඇවිල්ලා අහන්න කියලා එහෙම අපේ කාලේ කිව්වේ නැහැ ඉතින් ඕ ලෙවල් වල හරි. ඒ ලෙවල් වල නම් එහෙම කිව්වස අපි ගියේ නැහැ. මම නම් ගිහිල්ලාම නැහැ හොඳ. මේ දැන් ඉන්න සර්ලා එහෙම නැහැ හරි. ඔයාලට කියනවා මේ මොකක් හරි තේරෙන්නේ නැත්නම් කියන්නේ ඒව කතා බහ කරලා ඒවා හදා ගන්න පුළුවන් හරි. ඒකින්ද no need to worry. හරි. That is the most important and advantage that you are having online classes. Online class වල තියෙන හොඳම දේ ඒක තමයි. හරිද? On the other hand, there are some drawbacks as well. හරිද? drawbacks උත් තියෙනවා. හරි? So I think online thing හොඳයි. Some of you guys might not fit online. Online class සමහර අයට set වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඒක ඉතින් ඒක යාළුවගේ හැටිනේ. හරිද? සමහර අයට අවුලක් නැහැ. සමහර අයට set වෙන්නේ නැහැ. හරිද? අනිත් එක දැන් අහවු මොකක් හරි අර කොවිඩ් වගේ එකක් ආවොත් again you have to convert yourself into online. However හරිද? එතකොට මේ අර ඔයාලගේ health එකටත් හොඳයි සමහර වෙලාවට. හරිද? මම I am not promoting online class. හරි මම promote කරනවා නෙමෙයි. But there are few things. හරිද? මේ එහෙම scene එකක් තියෙනවා. මම it's upon it's depend upon you. හරි. හරි කොහොමද? අපි කරමුද තාවිට්ටක්? දැන් තමයි ඉතින් scene එකට එන්නේ. Do you need a break? Break එකක් ඕනද? break එක දුන්නාම screen එක ඉස්සරහින් ඉඳන් ඉන්න එපා. right? round එකක් දාලා ඉන්න ඕනේ. හරි? screen එක දිහා බලලා ඉන්න එපා. Because this is a seminar I'm going to do. හරිද? මම නැත්තම් සාමාන්‍යයෙන් normal class එක 6 to 10 හරි. Tell me. Do you need a break? නිදිමතද? right පුතේ. Do this 8th question and 9th question. Now the real thing is beginning. Huh? Right? Give it a try. I will give you another 2 minutes. Huh? පුතේ මේකේ තියෙනවා pattern එකක් පොඩි අල්ලගන්න, right? If you catch that pattern, you can do anything. හරිද? ඔය scene එක දන්නේ නැතුව තමයි ඔයගොල්ලෝ මේ ගණන් වරද්දන්නේ. හරි? මේක පට්ට easy. හරි? But you are getting confusing when you read the question. අන්න ඒක තමයි scene එක. Right? You need to get rid of that. මේකෙන් ඔයා අයින් වෙන්න ඕනේ. Until you get rid of that උගුල. හරිද? ඒ trap එකෙන් ඔයා අයින් වෙන්නේ නැති තාක්කල් you are getting into the trap. Right? You are getting bored of this fraction lesson. Right? Now is a good time to have a cup of tea, right? Now is a good time to have a cup of tea. Right? හොඳ time එකක් ඔයාලා tea එකක් ගන්නවා නම්. හරි. Right, everything's done now. Super. Yeah. Right, over with it. I'll give you another 1 minute extra to do, right, for the others. Nearby. So you have done, right? Oh, yeah. Great. Correct? Right, I will discuss. Right. So this one. For this one I will do, and this 8th one and 9th one. Correct? Right. Okay. Good. So now focus on the board. These two are very basic things, right? You have what-term basics. Right, clear the board. Right. Now focus on the board, right? Page number 6. Page number 6. 8th question. Right. So Uda, when you are reading the question, it would be better if you can draw a diagram. Right? It would be better if you can draw a diagram. Right. So Uda, when it comes here, right, I will read. Mother who went to the market with 500 rupees in hand spent 300 to buy vegetables and 100 to buy fruits. Right. So, right, in mother's hand there were 500 rupees at the beginning, and she spent 300 rupees to buy vegetable, right? Then to buy fruit, 150. Then the mega ගන්න බෑ. Right, the food term 150 වඩා වැඩි, right? One food is more, right? Is cost more than 150, right? පෙයාස් ගෙඩියක් කියම රුපියල් 250යි. මේ 500 ගෙනිලා ගන්න දෙයක් නැහැ. හරි? ගන්න වෙන්නේ නැහැ. හරි? මේ ඉස්සර 2019 කලින්, right? Before 2019, before the crisis happened. Huh? Before Mr. Gotabaya Rajapaksa comes to the parliament. Hurry. Before appointing President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. Hurry. Right? This era was there. මේ era එක තිබ්බයි දැස්සම්. හරි. රුපියල් 100කට විතර පෙට්‍රල් ගාගත්තාම බයික් එකේ අපිට ගියාගේ කැන්ඩි වලටම ගිහිල්ලා පල්ලේකලට ගිහිල්ලා ආය ආවා. හරි. පල්ලේකලේ ග්‍රවුන්ඩ් එක තියෙන්නේ. right? එහාට ගිහින් ආය ආවගේ right තෙල් ගහගෙන රුපියල් 100ක බයික් එකට. හරිද? අන්න එහෙම තමයි තිබ්බේ. දැන් රුපියල් 100ක තෙල් ගහලා මෙහෙ ඉඳන් අපේ ගමේ ටවුන් එකට යන්නත් බැරි තෙල් ඉවරයි. හරි okay. Right? 300 for vegetable, 100 for 50 for fruit. So you need to know all together. We have just spent 300 plus 150 on buying vegetables and food together. That is 450 rupees. Right? Then what is remaining? Right? In hand, she had earlier 500 rupees. Right? This is what we call remaining. Right? I'm not going to write all the things. Right? 500 minus 450. That this is the story. Right? This is the story. 50 rupees. Buying vegetable, buying fruit. This is the total for buying vegetable and fruit. And this is what we have remained. Now remain. Right? 50 rupees. Now shall we answer? Right? Now this is the story. So first, what fraction of the money in hand did she spend on vegetables? What fraction of the money? Right? So first one, the fraction spent for vegetable. Right? So totally she had 500 rupees. It should come to the denominator. Right? Numerator should be the money spent on vegetable, which is 300. Simplify. 0 to 0, 0 to 0. 3 upon 5. This is the fraction. Right? Spent on vegetable. What fraction of the money in hand did she spend on food? Same thing. Second question. She had 500 rupees in hand. Right? Out of this 500, she spent 150 rupees on fruits. 0 to 0. We can simplify this furthermore. 5 times 3. 5 times 10. 3 upon 10. 3 upon 10. If she had planned to save 1 upon 4 of the money she had taken to the market, was she able to fulfill her plan? Right? Could she be able to save 1 upon 4 of the money at the end of buying all the things? Right? So we need to find the remaining in her hand. Right? So remaining amount of money we have already found it. So we have to write it. Remaining amount of money, right? So for vegetable and fruit, we have to spend 450 rupees. Then in hand, she had earlier 500 rupees. From that 500 rupees, we have to subtract 450. Equal marks. Now she has 50 rupees in her hand. Right? But this is not the answer. They are asking if she had planned to save 1/4 of the money she had taken to the market, was she able to fulfill it? So we have to find 1/4 of the in-hand money, right? So amount of money, right? In 1/4 of the total in hand, right? So we are going to find it. She had 500 rupees in her hand. So out from this 500, we have to take 1/4, right? 500 of 1/4, right? So if you want, we can write it like this, right? 1/4 of the money she had taken, right? 1/4 of money she had taken, right? So we can write this on the other hand, right? 1/4 of money in hand. That is the amount that she was going to save, right? 1/4 of money in hand. What is this? In other words, 1/4 of means multiplication. Money in hand was 500 rupees. Right? Simplify this. 4 times 1. 4 times 1 here, then 125. So she was planning to save 125 rupees. But at the end, she had only 50 rupees in her hand. Could she be able to save? No. So the answer should be no. Right? So she had only save 50 rupees. So she couldn't save 125 rupees in her hand. Right? So you have to write it. Huh? So this is the answer for the 8th part. So if you get this sketch done, this question is nothing. හරිද? මේ question එක ගේමක් නැහැ. හරි. Right. Page number 6, 9th question. Page number 6, 9th question. Right? Right. So focus on the word. Right? Satish, who left home on a journey, right, traveled 1/4 of the journey by bicycle, 2/3 by bus, and the remaining portion by a three-wheeler. Remaining portion by a three-wheeler. Right. So we have to write down, draw a small sketch to understand this question. So let's draw it. So here you have the Satish. Right. Now he has traveled. Right. He has traveled 1/4 of the journey. 1/4 of the journey by three-wheeler. Right? Right? So there is a journey by three-wheeler. He has traveled 1/4 of the journey. Then by bus. He
Excuse me,
has
sir.
how they?
It is 1.104 traveled by the bicycle.
Yeah, bicycle. Good. You will learn it. Hurry, metering in on it. Hurry. So by bicycle 2/3 by bus. Hurry. 2/3 by bus. Right? Then the remaining portion by a three-wheeler. Remaining portion. Right? Remain. So we have to take remain. Right? Remaining thing, sorry, by three-wheeler. Right? Remaining portion. So Buddha, this is the station. There is a journey, full journey, right? From that full journey, by bicycle, he has traveled 1/4 of the journey. From this journey, he has traveled 2/3 by bus. Right? Then, by using a three-wheeler, rest of the thing, right? Rest of the thing, how we are going to find? If this is the full journey, journey is 1, right? Right? Normally we are taking this total journey as 1. Right? This is as 1. Right? Total journey is 1. Out of 1, 1/4 has been gone by bicycle. Out, right? Then 2/3 out of this full journey has been traveled by bus. The remaining portion of this total journey traveled by three-wheeler. Alright? So how we are, if you want to find the remaining portion, you need to remove these two. When you travel, so how we are going to get the distance traveled by bicycle and bus? Right? Bicycle plus bus. Bicycle plus bus. Right? 1/4 plus 2/3. I will say this is x. This answer is x. Then by using this, how to get the remaining portion? Remaining portion, that is, right, the journey that travels by the three-wheeler. If we have the total journey as 1, right, this is the total distance that traveled by bicycle and bus, that is x. If you get the addition of these two fractions, you will get a fraction here. Right? I have assumed that fraction as x. That is the total distance by bicycle and bus. Right? So if we subtract this x by this total journey, right, we can get the remaining thing, 1 minus x. 1 minus x. This 1 refers to the total journey. Alright, I will say total journey. So this total journey is referring to 1. Total 1. This 1 is this. Alright. 1, 1/4 bicycle. 2/3 of this total journey by bus. Remaining portion of this total journey, this. Right? So this is the story. In a short and sweet way. You need to understand that. පුතේ මේක තේරුණාද? මේ මොකක්ද ඇඬපු බයිල කියලා. Can you understand? ඕක තේරෙන්නේ නැත්නම් කියන්න. ඕක තේරුම් නැත්නම් case. The simple story that I have, right, make into a single sketch. Body sketch එකකට අරන් තියෙනවා. Can you understand this? මේක තේරුණාද?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Copy clear, right? No any other things that no unclear points, right? So total question has
Yeah.
made into this sketch. Right. Now let us read the question. What fraction of the total journey did he travel by both bicycle and bus? මේ උත්තරේ දිනවද? හරි. You have to get the addition of these two fractions, bicycle and bus. හරි. Right, done. Right, fraction, right, fraction of, I will write bicycle plus bus equal 1/4 plus 2/3. Sorry, 1/4 plus 2/3. So, again two fractions you have to add. 4 is not a multiple of 3, 3 is not a multiple of 4, 4 and 3 both do not have any common factors, so the denominator is 12. 4 times 3, 12. So, how many 4s are there for 12? 3. 3 times 1, 3. Plus, how many 3s are there for 4? So, 12, 4. 4 times 2, 8. So, fraction is 11/12. So, the 11/12 of the journey has been traveled by using bicycle and bus. So, this x is 11/12. If you want to find the remaining portion, you have to get the subtraction of this 1 and 1 minus 11/12. This is your remaining portion. Right? So let's read the second. What fraction of the whole journey remained for him to travel by the three-wheel? Right? Fraction of, right? Fraction of three-wheel. Alright. Total journey minus this. Alright. Total journey you can take it as 1. Right? Because we are separating or we are dividing the total journey into separate parts, separate fractions. Right? We have a path journey. We are dividing that to bicycle part. Right? This part is for bicycle. This part is for bus. Last part is for three-wheeler. 1/4, 2/3, the remaining for three-wheeler. Now we are going to find the three-wheeler. This total journey is 1. This 1 we are going to divide into 1/4, 2/3 and the remaining portion. Right? So 1 minus this total travel journey. Right? Total travel by bicycle and bus 11/12. Right? So subtracting these two. How to do that? This is the numerator 1. Denominator is already 1. Right? Any number, right? Any whole number, right? Any whole number 1, 2, 3, 999. The denominator is 1. Denominator is 1. Denominator is 1. Denominator is 1. So you can write this 1/1 minus 11/12. So now you can convert this 1 into 12, or you can use the same way that I have used earlier. That is, the common denominator is 12. Correct? Directly you can use this. How many ones are there for 12? How many ones? 12. 12 into 2, 1, 12 minus, right? 11/12. Here you have denominator 12. How many 12s are there for 12? Only 1. 1 times 11, 11. Right? Don't waste your time too much on that. So here you have only. Here you have only. This is a total journey. One can, right? This one is called total journey. Now here you have 11 upon 12. When you see the denominator 12, can you write this one by using 12? Can you write this one in a different way by using 12? Yes. How? This one can be written down as 12 divided by 12 easily by looking at this. When I make it, right? The total journey has to be divided into 12 equal parts. Total journey has to be divided into 12 equal parts. Out of that 12, 11 parts has been traveled by bicycle and bus. Only one part is remaining to travel by the three-wheeler. So this one can be represented 12 by 12 by looking at this fraction. 12 by 12. So 11 minus 12. So you know how to do this. Equal denominator. Subtract the numerators. 12 minus 11. 1. Done. Alright. 1 upon 12. If you know this, you can do any fraction. I will end the session from here. So we will have a next session. I will let you know. Right? So we have to discuss. Right? Let's do this fraction thing. Let us begin. Then the grade 10 fraction part. Still I have discussed the things from grade 9, 8, 7. මේවදී හරිද මේ එච්චර වෙලා කරේ හරි මට මේ ෆ්‍රැක්ෂනල් ලෙසන් එක මෙහෙම කරලා ඉවර ගන්න පුළුවන් වැඩක් නැහැ තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ හරිද දැන් අර පරණ ඒවා කොච්චර වැරදි කරාද හරිද ඔක්කොම හරි කියපු පුතාලා දුවලත් ඇති ඒක that's a different thing හරිද or different මේ story හරිද but මේකේ සමහරට වරදින්න දෙන්නේ නේද ඌව කරන්නේ නැතුව කොහොමද මම grade 10 පටන් ගන්නේ then how to move to grade 11. Right? Okay guys, so see you in another session, right? So goodbye, and if you have any questions you can ask from me, and just put a message. Before calling, put a message. Try to check my availability then call or whatever thing. Right? Okay, so good night and stay safe. Let's meet in another session, right? Thank you for participating and thank you for
Good night, sir.
Good night, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.